Fadel, act like you're more miserable and then say, look at the hard cam and say, we'll be right back with more Japan time.
We'll be right back with more Japan time.
Give it a second and give it a second. Oh, no, you're good. No, you can come in. You're good. But you.
I can't come in?
No. We'll be right back with more Japan time.
Welcome everyone to the Summer Games Fest podcast. I'm your host, your favorite commentator's favorite commentator, TITO KMF. We are here once again. It's been a couple of weeks since we've last had a show, but everybody here is ready to go. We're joined as always by the OG himself. Shofa, what's good, bro?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that intro was mad funny, man.
We're also joined by our normal host here, Mr. Rogers Bass, who has a new podcast. Roger.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the plug. Yes, Touch Base with Rogers Bass. I put together a new show. It is now
I like
Friday.
That. That's a good name, man.
That's a good
thank
name.
you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's every Friday.
Wait, pause.
Whoa,
What?
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I get it.
That's kind of a reach, but I get it.
Yeah, but I get it.
Anyway, it's 4 p.m. Pacific time every Friday on the YouTube channel. And no, to answer all the people that were asking, I'm not leaving Japan time. I'm still hosting Japan time, but I'm doing another show now too.
Bro can't record videos from his own home without.
Well, he's not
leaving
hosting
Japan
right
time.
now, but someone who is on Japan time is Mike. What's up, Mike?
Oh my God, I was muted. Hey, everybody.
That's my guy, Mike.
What's up?
What's up, my guy?
Someone who often is muted because he's never actually here, Ricky Koke!
Big showtime, my guys. Tito, you can't discern your penis from your asshole. Don't you ever say anything.
Hey,
Oh my God!
What in the world?
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go back to ignoring Ricky, and we're actually going to take someone who normally makes sense when they speak. Coach Word in the building. What's good, Coach?
Hey, yo, I just gotta say, everybody, I hope y'all are enjoying your day. Hope you had a great week. Except for every Manon player, you all need to.
He's spitting, bro.
I'll stop myself.
Hey, watch out. Watch out, bro. Back up. I'm right here, bro. You know who else is here? McDareth. Hope you're having a great week, bro, so far. How have you been, McDareth?
Things have been going well, you know. Diablo 4 is actually fun, but we need to optimize that game. But you know what? Good times. Yeah. Lots to talk about. Almost like it's been a month of stuff to talk about.
It's true. We got lots to talk about.
Is that wait?
Roger, go ahead and take us away, bro.
I was gonna say, are you gonna let McDareth get away with that? You said almost like it's been a month. You're saying it is like, look, it's been a busy month, okay?
It has been a busy
I was
month.
in
I've
Italy.
been very busy.
Everyone's
We've
been
all
busy.
been busy.
Shofu's been busy. We've all been very, very busy. We love you guys. Obviously, though, we know you've all been busy playing Tears of the Kingdom, so don't worry about us, okay? But the one thing I will say, okay, based on that intro, Tito is doing a fine job as host. He's
You're
a great
replaceable.
replacement.
He actually was.
So if
busy.
I
ain't gonna lie.
I'm easily replaceable. So
Whoa,
I happen to be gone.
Okay,
If I happen to
First
be
of all,
gone.
that's not true. Second of all, we're forgetting. I'm your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. You know what I'm saying? I'm my favorite commentator. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, of course. But
all
no,
I'm saying
Roger, I don't
is
like
that
that
if I
slander.
happen
Don't
to
talk
be
about
out
my
of
friend
town-
like that, Roger. Don't talk about my friend like that. You take that back. You hear me? Don't talk about my
All
boy
I'm
Roger
saying-
again, bro.
All I'm saying is that if I happen to be out of town for 2 weeks in a row, you guys can still host a show because Tito can do a great job of hosting the show.
Look, the issue. Okay, I'll just do this right now live. The issue was
Let's
never
do it
who
right now.
can.
Let's do it live right now,
The issue was never on who can host the show. It's on whether people will show up or not if you're not here.
Of
That's
course,
what it
people will
is.
show up. Of course.
That's why we did a
I'm not
Mario
showing
movie
up.
discussion.
I'm not showing up.
That's why we did a Mario movie discussion with 3 people. Right?
Religiously
Listen,
here.
listen. Okay, listen. We have to keep it 1,000. Roger is the backbone of the show, bro.
That's
I
true.
may stream the shit, but it's not the same without Roger. No way.
True.
Why are you getting soft, Shuffle?
The only two people who are necessity for the show to occur are Roger and Show.
Come on, man.
See, but there's got to be a week because Shofu and I are busy men. I feel like there's got to be a week in which someone else could take over and it could still be a mainline Japan time. Please let us know in the comment section if that is okay with you, because we can't just have China times every time.
I think the next time you two are unavailable, what we do as a crew is we go on Fiverr and we just find a random.
That's so funny. No, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
So dangerous.
That would
That's a
actually
really
be
good
funny.
idea.
That's a really good idea.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Let's do that.
And then what we do, we stream that episode on Kick.
No, we're not doing that.
Yes, sir. I got
Pull back from that one.
Just know, everybody in chat, go ahead and pick up your Kick
My hands
username
are
right
up.
now. Go ahead and get
My
your
hands
Kick
are up.
usernames all right now. Get that shit locked down, bro.
To be fair, I actually do have my username locked on there.
Of
but
course
I'm not
you do. Of
using
course
it.
you do.
I
Of course
did,
you
I
do.
did do that.
Roger is too skilled at host. That's what I'm saying, bro.
true.
Roger is
That's
a skilled
actually true,
host,
I
bro.
didn't.
Roger has
It's
been
true.
doing this for 10 years.
true.
I could easily see Roger on a stage doing this somewhere, bro. Easy.
It's true.
Like,
In fact, I did last year at Anime Expo. I was hosting the One Piece Film Red thing, and I may be hosting something at this year's Anime Expo as well.
Jeff
Stay
Keighley,
tuned
watch
for more
yourself.
information.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff Keighley, watch your back, bro.
I could easily see Roger doing something like that, bro.
Back.
Easily.
Or imagine 30 years from now on Sony's stage, you just see Roger, and he goes,
I'd be so
"Thanks
happy,
to Doritos
bro.
for sponsoring the show. We have a great segment lineup for you guys." Like that would be crazy.
That'd be so sick.
Look, if Sony's got the bag, I would absolutely do it.
If.
But like, unfortunately, the dream is dead, right? Because there will never be a situation in which they have live Nintendo press conferences ever again. Because that, to me, would have been the dream. I want to be on stage at a live Nintendo press conference like the E3s way back in the day, and I want the announcement, my announcement, to be 2D HD Chrono Trigger now in development. And then I'm proud to announce
Oh my gosh.
in development with Nintendo and Square Enix, 2D HD Chrono Trigger. And then it plays the music with a full orchestra that rises out of the ground. That would have been peak. But unfortunately, that is not the world we live in. But the world we live in
Wait, real
has
fast
Jeff Keighley
before we move on,
hosting.
right?
No, fuck you! I
No,
just
real
had an
fast.
intro.
I know you did, but something came up. Something came up.
Don't fuck up your vibe like that. That was
It's something came up, and it's like, oh, something was mentioned. I should mention this now.
No, no,
So
no,
here we
no,
go.
no, no,
McGareth is definitely the Joe
Here's
Biden
the
kid,
thing,
man,
right?
right
Here's the
now.
thing, right? No, Roger, hold it down. Let him
gosh.
say what he's gonna say. If it's not as important as to fuck up
Yeah.
the flow, I'm kicking him from the call. Go ahead. Go
What
ahead,
happened?
McGareth.
Problem. Okay.
What is
Since
it?
it was mentioned, this week is the 10th anniversary of Japan time.
That's pretty important.
Yo,
Okay.
That is
Hey, yo.
important.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
safe. You're
yeah,
safe.
yeah,
You're
all right.
safe.
Alright,
You're
I
safe.
know what I'm doing. Chill out over there. Everyone going all crazy. What are you talking about? Sonic? No, look at you. You look all stupid over there.
No. It was
Trying to
so
promote the
crazy,
show.
but you're safe.
Now
It was
that you
so
right,
crazy.
that's a little wrong and childish of you. But whatever.
Huh? I was right the whole time. That was crazy.
No, you're safe, but
Yeah,
that
I was
was
gonna
still
let you
crazy.
talk.
That's good to bring up. I cannot believe it has been 10 years, though. That is crazy. Do any of you have any favorite moments of the show over the course of the 10 years?
When
Let's start
Fadel
off with
wasn't on it.
nostalgia bump.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
There's been a lot of
That
good
was
moments
pretty
in
good.
Good days.
When Zeph was on it.
Yeah. That's
Don't
right.
make me sad right now, man. haven't
I miss
been on
Zeph,
since
bro.
Zeph left.
I'll say it right now. I
Oh my
miss Zev.
gosh.
Shouts to Zev. Can I get some Z's in the chat for Zev? Some big Z's? Throw some
Z's
Z's in the
out.
chat. Throw some
Get
big
out for the
Z's in the
boy.
chat for Zev, bro.
Black Blastoise,
man.
when he was coming on at the very beginning.
That shit was wild.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think-
Pick of the day.
Pick of the day
It's
was
hard to
Pick
pick
of the day was
a
fun.
single episode I like the most. There's so
We
many.
started off as a Smash Brothers podcast.
We did.
Y'all remember?
Yes.
We
yes.
did.
Literally, episode 3 was
What
when
the fuck?
Melee didn't, or they Nintendo blocked Melee at Evo, and then Japan time happened, and then like in the middle of the end of Japan time, it got overturned.
I mean, not much has changed since then. Actually, when you really think about
That's
it.
true. Smash is still not at Evo.
Yeah.
10 years later. Yes.
It'll never
Like I said,
probably
it
ever
was
be
10
there
years
again.
ago.
But you know, Raj, you know what will
Yeah.
be at Evo?
Street Fighter 6.
Talk to him.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is what we've all been playing. Even just before the call, we were all talking about our mains and how much time we've been putting into it. Apparently, Manon players are the worst. Is what I've heard
Stinky.
from Coach.
There's a lot
Fucking
of them.
stinky.
That's a
So
good,
what's-
that's
what's
a good
wrong with
character, man.
Manon?
No, she's just really good. She has really like deceptive command grabs because they kind of like jump forward. She also builds stacks, so every time she command grabs you or hit grabs you in the middle of her combo, she builds a stack, and then her command grab does a trillion
Yes,
damage.
keep
if she
talking.
has 5.
Keep
She
talking.
has
Okay.
she has good range. She's cool. She's a cool character.
Yes, sir. That's
She's
why
not
it's
as
the
broken
main.
as JP, right?
She's probably. I mean, JP is going like people's opinion of JP.
JP
Is,
JP stock's going down.
yeah, he's gonna get worse as time goes on because they don't know how to fight him right now. But once they learn how to fight him, he won't be as big of a problem. You know what I'm saying?
It is week
Okay,
2,
well,
basically.
yeah.
Like
He
characters,
was
characters like
overwhelming
that-
at the start, but people are starting to learn, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, a lot of characters, especially with a character like that with JP, where a lot of the shit you get hit by, you just need to get hit by a shit ton of times,
Yeah.
and then you'll because it's all based off audio cues, and a lot of it shit's deceptive visually. But like most zoners, like that's the thing about speaking about the game as a whole that I really really enjoy. First of all, this game overall is just incredible. The amount of like anyone who's shitting on World Tour it's not for you, bro. World Tour is not for you. For the nigga who's gonna go to Evo, it's not for you. It's for it's for these kids or these people who are playing on console who just want to play Ryu and Ken and just throw Shoryus in mid-screen and giggle. That's what it's for, and it's fire for that. The whole game, holistically, I think is probably one of the most balanced and also like well-rounded fighting games I've ever seen. Like every character has something really unique and a reason to play them, but at the same time, no character, at least I think, I've dabbled in a little bit of every character, is like so complex where it's hard to understand what they do, and that's really difficult.
Now, this is a super, super noob question that I'm just asking, but I have
Sure.
not
This
ever
is the
really
place
been
of
into the
learning,
scene.
man. Don't even worry about it.
Is the assisted combo thing, like where you hold down R2, has that always been a thing, or is that modern controls, or like what's going on there?
I think that's
The
modern
drive?
dynamic controls only.
Not
Yeah.
the drive. No, the drive is.
Oh no, yeah, it's
like
the modern
PlayStation.
thing
If
we
you use
hold
modern
on.
controls, you can hold the auto button,
Oh.
and you can do auto combos with one button.
That's
it
what
is.
I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
So
that's
that's
new.
modern
That's new.
controls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, man, like I've always been pretty good with Cammy. That's like kind of the only character I've ever played in Street Fighter, and I've never really dabbled in DJ. But man, DJ is so much fun in this, and I feel like I have gotten better with DJ because of those assisted combo things. And I feel like for people like me who are more like, I love fighting games. Obviously, I'm huge into pretty much every major fighting game that comes out, other than Mortal Kombat, and I feel like it's gotten me into playing it more competitively than I've ever played a Street Fighter before.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Like,
the
having
modern
those
controls are
assist combos.
awesome, bro. Like the fact that
Yeah.
obviously there's a trade-off for using modern controls. You do 20% less damage.
Yeah.
But just the fact that it's more accessible is always a good thing. Any fighting game that's more accessible, and if it's accessible, then people will inevitably convert over and actually like maybe fully learn what they're doing as far as like playing competitively. But either way,
Yeah.
the more people that can play, the better for sure. Especially a
Yeah,
fighting
the
game.
best thing about modern is that I feel like a lot of people can still keep up with the classic players. Like even the top players, some of them are even considering switching to modern just
No,
because.
bro. I was
not
seeing,
only
Yeah, a lot of Japan,
not only are
Japan-
people considering switching, but a lot of people, like a lot of Japanese players, are actually using modern already, just because you
Yeah.
can react so quickly to things. You can
Yeah.
one button
Exactly.
DP.
That was my point.
Somebody throws out a DI, one button super. Like that's just
yeah,
crazy.
like you could like frame one anti or something like on a reaction with modern control.
I have never ever in my life played Blanca, and now I find myself playing Blanca because
Bro, this
of
is the coolest
assisted
Blanca's
combo.
ever
Yo,
been.
that's
bro.
actually crazy. I might try Blanca with
He's
modern
so
This is
controls.
the
much
coolest
fun. Yeah.
Blanca-
I
it's the
can't play
coolest
charge
Blanca.
characters, so I'd much rather
Hey,
use a
all
charge
I gotta
character
say,
with the modern.
Mike's modern Honda actually on some crack. Like Mike's like
Really,
Mike's
Mike?
First
cooking
of all,
up some shit over there,
Mike's-
man.
Mike's modern Honda sounds like a Saturday cartoon. Yeah, that shit funny as shit. Hey, you know what
Yeah, I've
I'm
really
saying?
been
It's 10
enjoying this
o'clock in the
game.
morning, bro. Mike's modern Honda, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit fire.
This
Yeah.
discussion is going differently than what I thought, because I believe that modern controls would cause like a rift where people would be gatekeeping and being like, it's too easy to
Well,
play.
No,
with
those are
this.
the
gonna be
scrubs
some
that
of
are
that.
really just
Yeah,
saying
Like
that
I said,
shit.
there's a damage trade-off, which is already kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if people want to play like that, then they're giving something up for it, and it's not like they're automatically better than you because they're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
plus-
that's kind of how it is in Smash too. Obviously, it's like with Ryu and Ken. If you do the actual inputs, they do
yeah,
more damage.
Exactly, it's
Yeah.
the
So
same
that's not,
thing.
not that shocking at all.
And also another thing, like it's such like a Japanese like fighting game player, like historically, that's such a like it. Of course, Japanese players are considering modern or even just straight up playing modern because they're just like I just have to win neutral like 2.5 more times and I get the
Yeah.
same damage. Like that's
Right.
like
Bro,
like, that's
Takedo
definitely-
uses modern
That's what
on
I'm
Luke,
saying.
bro. And Takedo best in the world ever to touch this goddamn game.
like
damn.
Takedo is crazy because he knows like my neutral hella nice. So if like I don't really give a, I just
Yeah, it's like why not use modern if it like increases your chances of punishing on reaction? Like
Especially because you could still do the inputs, right? Even if you have the modern controls, you could still
Yeah.
actually.
You
the
lose-
only
you lose
downside
some, but-
is you lose some normals and you just get the damage debuff. Like some
okay.
characters like lose out on really strong options like aerial options or low media options.
Is that
But,
is the damage debuff for like every move, or is it just for the
Everything.
shortcuts?
I thought it was just
I
for
thought
the
it was
shortcuts.
I thought it was just for
If
the
you do
shortcuts.
the actual
I-
input, then you still get the actual damage.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's
I
just
didn't
the
know that.
shortcuts.
I thought it was everything. I always thought like the thing is about this game in particular, like I'm watching everything and I'm reading and people are finding out all the frame data for everything. It's one of the things, especially when it comes to modern and classic, where let's take Zangief for example. Like Zangief is a huge hurdle for people because like when a new player sees a grappler, they're like, I'm gonna play the big cool Russian guy, and then you realize the best thing about him is doing SPD. And then you look at it, you're like, oh, I have to spin the thing 360 degrees to do this shit. Fuck all this, and then can never do it.
Yeah.
And now you can hit one button, do an SPD, and that's very inviting to players. But at the same time, if you are over here and you take the time to learn Classic, all of a sudden you get to play, like, then you become Snake Eye. Like, not literally, but if you watch Snake Eyes play, you're like, oh, like Snake Eyes isn't even optimal yet, which is the craziest. And he's over here playing neutral like crazy with all these.
Speaking of modern, just got my modern Marissa to platinum.
There you go,
Very
bro.
easy.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right. Very nice.
I want to mess with
Is it-
modern either Blanca, Honda, or I don't know who the other one would be.
I will tell you right now, like the fact that I was doing well with modern Blanca says to me that you would do fantastic with modern Blanca. Because again, I'm not normally a competitive
man.
kind of fighting game player unless it's like, not honestly, even with the anime games, it's not the case. Maybe One Piece Burning Blood is about it, but that's not 2D. That's
I think Jury's very good on modern.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
well, because Jury, she does like those spin kick things, right?
Yeah, like her
Like 2 in a row
her
and then the
damage
flash
the damage debuff on her I don't think really matters too much. And
Yeah.
you get the very easy anti-airs. It's very easy to play her in neutral with modern
I
controls.
think I
Yeah,
saw a
Jury's
video
super fun.
actually where they were breaking down like what characters are the best with modern because some different characters lose different buttons.
Yeah.
So I think with her they said you should still learn how to do the quarter circle back for the charge, but outside of that you're probably fine.
Yeah, the light spin kick definitely seems like a core part of her kit,
Yeah.
and you have to do the motion for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm going through it tough on this particular game when it comes to controls because I'm also learning hitbox at the same time, and it is I've never felt so bad at a fighting game, but the thing is, if this game was any less fun, I would stop playing probably or switch.
Sure.
But the fact that the game is so fun, despite me like learning a whole new control scheme and basically retraining my brain from every other version of every other fighting game I've ever played ever, it's like this game is, and it doesn't look that bad. Like I thought this game was gonna look horrendous when I first saw it.
What's
It
Street
doesn't
Fighter?
look
do you
that
mean?
bad. Like when we first saw like this fucking picture of Luke and we saw this fucking paint flying everywhere, I was like, this shit is not gonna look.
Some
never-
people still think it looks bad, but
Really?
I don't know about all of that. Yeah.
The only way I
think-
ever think it looks bad is like when you're in the battle hub and there's weird lighting with some of the creative characters. Because people
Yeah.
will like push the jaw out really far or do weird things with it. And then it has like a kind of flat, plasticky, weird look. But I
Yeah.
think when you're actually playing with any of the main characters online,
Yeah.
like in Fighting Training Ground or whatever, it's fine. Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No,
I
I
do
think
think-
I think it looks good.
I think sometimes during like core gameplay, the faces and hair look a little weird, but like during supers and close-ups and everything, it all looks
Oh
fine.
Yeah, those look good. Yeah, yeah.
How do we feel about now that we've seen a lot of them, but now that we've had some time, Roger, how do we feel about Cameo's redesign, bro? Have we changed? Have we seen the light? Have we seen the light?
Still, I like the outfit. I still don't like the hair at all.
Alright, that's fine.
I like.
I honestly I think it's
classic
growing on me a
heavy
little
look.
bit more.
Yeah.
I don't mind anything that they changed on there. She looks fine. To
Like
me.
I think
Yeah.
she's fine. It doesn't bother me the same way it did when I first saw it. But also, to be fair, if you go back and listen to the Japan Times last year when a lot of that stuff was leaking, I did not like half of those designs when they were just like drawn out on a piece of paper, like the 2D concept art of them. But then when you see them in the game, I think they look fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the characters look great. Like there are some
I do
characters
not.
too.
I don't understand though. I will say this, and it's well documented on Japan Time that I do not like weird bangs. And I don't know what is
Because
up
Marissa?
with the character designs this time around. Marissa, Manon, that other character that's going to be in the DLC, they all have these weird angular bangs, and it's like, cut it out, bro.
No.
Give them a
okay,
normal
folks, I don't
hairstyle,
mind
has the
please.
Manon,
gladiator helmet
but
on.
Marita
I know,
doesn't
but
make
the
sense.
gladiator helmet things, I know. I understand hers, but like,
Marissa's doesn't look that bad though. I don't think.
Well,
I mean, I
think
played.
Man,
Oh no, sorry,
Dude, her
Manon.
man,
second
that's-
costume's fire.
Manon's second costume.
No,
Marissa.
Marissa's second costume.
Oh, like the
the Urian shit.
The
I hate
suit?
that shit. I
Yeah.
hate that.
I haven't seen any of the other second costumes.
Go ahead, check them out on YouTube.
I
They're
will,
good.
I'll
She
look
has,
it
she's
up
wearing
right
like
now.
a,
Yeah,
she's wearing like the she has like the Urian suit fit. The thing I hate about it is that
Oh, the
she has like
suit's
this.
cool. I like that actually. Wait
She
a
has a
minute.
weird ass scarf for no reason. What are you doing?
I
Take
fuck
that
with,
off.
I fuck with the scarf. No,
I
fuck with
hate
the
that scarf. This shit ruins the whole outfit for me, bro.
What kind of inputs does she use? She's not a charge character. Right?
No, she has quarter
She's
circles.
just quarter circles.
Yeah,
Oh,
quarter
and a DP
circles.
motion.
But no, but she has a lot of hold. She's a hold character.
Yeah, she's a whole character. So like her
my God,
her main
Diablo.
thing is like she has like this hold punch where if you hold it down it hits
Shatters,
off twice.
it shatters armor too. So it
Yeah,
shatters,
it
breaks the eye.
has
I've
armor.
been hit by that. Yes. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Her level 1, if you hold her level 1 and someone hits you, it like immediately reacts to that and like punishes the hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of her stuff's like that as well. So like she can hold normals too, which is cool.
I might dabble.
I
might
like Manon's other alt outfit. I think
The-
that looks
the
better
Yeah.
with the
Oh,
sunglasses.
Manon.
I love the ballerina judo shit. That shit fire to me. The default, that shit crazy to me.
Such a
But
unique
we-
character.
I like
What were they
actually, these
cooking up
arts are
back
cool.
then?
Bro, they were going crazy.
What were they
but fuck
cooking up, bro?
But I mean, crack, obviously. But the thing is, fuck everything. Oh, y'all are saying the best costume in the game is Kimberly's ult. Kimberly's
Facts. Actually, facts.
Kimberly's
Kimberly's
ult
ult is actually cool.
is the best costume in the game. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm right. That shit
gotta
is
look that up.
crazy. Go look that shit up, Ricky.
It's
No,
like
no,
with
no.
the
Look up regular
glowy
Kimberly.
hair,
look up
right?
regular, look up
I
regular
don't know
Kimberly
what
hers
first.
is cool.
Kimberly looks like.
Look up regular Kimberly first, and
I
then
know what
look
she
up.
looks like. I thought, okay.
Okay, you see regular
And then
Kimberly?
The alt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then look
Kimberly's
up
alt costume.
costume 2 or alt costume.
with like
whichever
the
one.
red visor and
She has the
white
visor.
crop top. Yeah, it's cool.
Like, and her hair
Oh,
is
this is
all.
amazing.
That shit's crazy.
Bro, that should have been her
This is
default
a-
design. In all honesty,
I agree.
Oh,
I
this is
agree. I
fire.
think-
She has a different hairstyle and everything.
That's what I'm. I think that
Yeah, it's
should
cool.
be the default.
I think they kept the current default because it fits more in line with the Bushin Ryu. Like she Dan's student, so she very much looks like she took Dan's style
I thought
and
she was
changed
Guy's
it slightly.
student.
No, she's.
Oh, yeah,
Ryu's
Guy.
student.
Sorry, I said why the hell is it
I
Dan?
swear
Guy.
she's Ryu's student.
No, she's Guy's student.
It's Guy. It's Guy.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't know why I
she's
said
Guy's
Dan. It's
student.
Guy. My
Yeah.
bad.
Dan will be in there eventually, though. They're gonna throw him in there, I'm sure.
He'll be last. He'll be
He's
the
like
boss
the
character.
joke
I
character.
actually don't even know if he will because they
He'll be
kind
the
of
evil
gave
Ryu
her
of this
a,
game.
they gave her a lot of his moves.
Who,
They-
Guy or
they put a
Dan?
lot of Guy.
Really?
Not
Oh,
not
no, we're
Dan.
talking about
They
Dan.
never-
We're talking about
oh,
Dan.
Dan.
Oh, I
yeah.
was like,
okay.
what do you mean?
Probably.
Yeah, we're talking
probably.
about Dan. Dan will be in the
Nah.
game.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
I honestly hope that all of the characters that were featured in the World Tour art are characters in the future.
Oh,
like
the
Bosch
key
and
art
stuff.
Yeah. Like because like in Guile's like character story, like he brings up Nash and like we see glimpses of like the twins and Adon and stuff like
You see
that.
T-Hawk and Lilies, right? And
Yeah,
T-Hawk's
honestly,
married
but
to
T-Hawk,
the
I feel like we
character-
don't need to see T-Hawk. Oh, I derained from Platinum. Fuck.
You'll get it back, bro. As long as you win more
Man,
than
these
you lose.
DJs, man. It's these
So-
DJs, bro.
Yeah, so we have Rashid, Akuma, whatever the final boss chick, whatever her name
Right.
is.
Right.
What are the other two? SO6.
It's Akuma,
Chad, help me
Ed,
out. Oh, Ed,
Aki,
Rashid. Yeah,
and
Ed,
Rashid.
that's right.
Ed. There we go. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think I know at least probably 3 of the next battle pass. And
The one to me that like they have to put in, I cannot believe this is still not the case, is Crimson Viper.
Bro,
Crimson
yeah.
Viper is
That's
not-
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There. Like literally the only
The fact
character
they went through all of Street Fighter V and there was no Crimson Viper. I'm like, what are you doing? That was the only character from 4 that I liked. Of the
even
new ones
worse,
they
she's in so
implemented.
many like people's like
I know. It's
arcade
like, what are
stuff.
you
She's
doing,
there.
man? Crimson Viper's got to be in there, man.
And like Jury is actually the only character from Street Fighter 4 to ever show up in another game so far.
Really?
Elena would also be fire. I would love to see Elena.
The only
let's
character
not
that
bring
got
back Elena.
introduced in 4 was Jury.
So for sure, based off of the story and everything like that, you're getting Cody.
Okay, wait, Seth. I forgot.
Cody.
Seth.
Cody's for sure in the game. Vega is also in the game.
I was
Okay.
about to ask.
Vega is for sure in the
Okay,
game.
sure.
Vega's for sure in the game. And the reason why Vega's in the game, for sure, first of all, Vega's a classic character. They put all the classic characters basically in every game, basically, for the most part. So that's for sure. I'm of the opinion, and I could be wrong, but like I think it's like other than Dan, I think Dan is guaranteed, but I think we get Dan like maybe 2 years from now. I don't think we get him in 2024 or 5-ish, which is when the next battle pass will probably start. So you got Cody, you got Cody, you got Vega. I think you get Balrog because we don't have a boxer.
Yeah, Vega and,
And
Balrog
people
will both be in there.
are gonna want Dudley. It's going to be Balrog, and you just have to hold that. Like you just have to hold that.
You know who I
Well, the
think would
thing
go
about it
crazy
is,
in this game's system is fucking Makoto.
I was
Oh,
gonna.
Makoto would be
I like
super fun.
Makoto. I also think as well. I think Sean's in this game.
True, I can see
think
that
I
happening.
don't think it's Laura. I think it's Sean, and I think you do get like
Skullomania?
no. I think it's Mika.
When they putting Green Hand in the game.
Bro,
No,
that's what
they're
I've
just
been.
not
Can
going
we
to.
talk about it? No. Let's be fair. He don't need green hand. He got green body. You feel me? He got
does
green
have
body
green
now.
body.
He got green body now, bro.
Also,
How many
Ed,
people
Ed
are in
is
the
a
base,
boxer,
base
by the
roster?
way.
You said
Ed's
what?
a boxer?
Yeah, Ed's a boxer.
Ed's a boxer,
the
but
base
like
roster?
He's
I don't know
he's
how
the
many-
original modern controls, bro.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's
But
the
I'm-
original modern controls.
But I'm
One, two,
talking
three.
about like like one of the, you know what I'm saying, like he's a like Balrog or Bison or however you want to,
Yeah,
whatever.
I know, we know what you're
Like
saying.
he's a classic,
Like an actual boxer, yeah.
like he's a boxer
not
in
a
the
person
game.
with a boxing fighting style.
Yes.
Or actual
So
boxing.
that's- yeah,
And to answer your question, Ricky, it's 18. There's 18 characters in the base roster of this one.
correct.
And then
So-
the 4
so
that
then-
they're adding already that we know about. So 22.
So then, all the people that Tito's mentioning is that
No,
no, no.
DLC or paid
We're
DLC.
speculating that it'll
Yeah,
be,
we're
well, it'd be
speculating.
paid. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the story, because of the story. First of all, like I think Cody is. I would probably put stakes on Cody. Like they're in Metro City. Cody's mentioned several times. He's literally everywhere. Like Cody's in the game. Vega, Sean, Balrog. But if it's Dudley, I'll be happy for people. Even though everybody's asking for Dudley. None of you play Dudley. Shut up.
How do you
shit that
know?
pissed me. No, every time I'm like, hey, bro, they're like, man, I want Dudley. I'm like, oh, you play Dudley? He's like, nah, bro, I never. Shut
You
up.
ain't gotta play him to fuck with him though. Dudley cool.
I'm just.
I want to see Dudley
cool,
too.
but- Dudley cool and all, but they just say you want to say just say you want to see Smug go crazy. Just be honest. That's what it is. And then Sean, somewhere around there. But I also think Mika is pretty good. Is pretty there as well.
Viper just makes. I
want
don't
Viper.
know why they haven't put Viper in again. It just makes no sense to me.
Wasn't she in Street Fighter 5? Like she's in the story?
No.
No,
No,
not
she's
not-
in the
not-
story.
That's what I meant.
They
Not
never
play.
put
I
her
know
in.
she wasn't playable. Trust me, I know she wasn't
Well, they
playable.
reference her in this one too. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
she's
So
in
it's
like people's arcade modes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they also put her in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but they haven't brought her back. It's kind of weird.
only in SF4.
They gotta bring
yeah.
her back this time. I
Yeah,
feel like
absolutely.
they're gonna go out of their way to people please for this one, anyways.
Definitely.
As far as, like,
Definitely.
Fan service goes.
On the
sounds
topic
like
of fan
they can
service,
double it, too.
I kind of want to go back real quick to something, which is you guys were talking about the World Tour mode, the single player mode.
Yeah.
Why do people hate it? Is it just because it's kind of grindy and you do a lot of side missions? And
Well, people. When I say people, obviously we're talking about the subset of the subset, which is the people
Sure,
on
of
the internet
course.
who complain about things. Which is, they don't understand because 95% of people who talk like that on the internet are either competitive players or don't play casual settings in these fighting games.
Yeah.
So they don't know who it's for. It's not for you, bro. It's for the people who are like, yo, that's kind of funny. Like, I can make a character and I can walk around and I can hang out with Ryu and I could talk to Chun-Li and I can make my character look like Macho Man Randy Savage and then I could
Right.
uppercut a grandma. Like, they can do all that shit. They can do all that shit.
I'm
and they don't.
enjoying it. I mean,
Yeah, but even
that's what I'm
competitive
saying.
players have been playing. I've been seeing people play just
That's
so
what
they can
I'm
unlock
saying.
skins and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
I have
talking about
my
before
my
it
battle
came out.
hub. My battle hub creator character is Vivi from One Piece, and she's got like the little frilly Reverie top and the light blue hair, and she's got Chun-Li's fighting style, and it's great. I'm having a good time just like playing through it.
Oh, that's a good
I think
idea.
I think I'm halfway through right now. I'm like chapter 8, I want to say. I did like Marissa and DJ and Blanca's little quest, and that's kind of where I stopped. But I mean, I'll probably beat it. I'm having fun with it. It's just like a fun way to unwind at the end of a night. You play, World Tour for like half an hour.
It's so
and
funny,
do some
too.
side missions. Yeah, and it's genuinely funny. The writing
it's
is really
cool
good.
that they made it the way to unlock like more costumes for the game, like to get everyone's second outfit in the game without having to pay for them.
Yes.
It is super grindy though. That's the only thing.
It is fairly grinding.
Well, yeah, because do you need like 100 rank with the teacher or
So
something?
you
in
need
order
to get
it?
like max friendship with everything, and like it's easy to do.
Ugh.
You just gotta get their gift items and all that, but
Yeah.
you have to grind for the money and then go out of your way to get those specific items, and it's time consuming.
It's
Yeah.
about 9 to 12 hours. Just the story.
The World
but-
Tour?
Yeah, just the story. Not 100%ing everybody. That's what I've been seeing. People go like somewhere between 9 to 12 hours. That's with no side content. That's just power bombing through the story.
Wasn't that about how long Subspace was? Wasn't Subspace about that long in Brawl?
I could be wrong.
Like 8 or 9?
No.
Because I think it was like
I feel
4, and
like
then they
it's way
double it.
longer than that.
I feel like Subspace is
Maybe it
like
was
12.
longer. Really?
Yeah.
His Great Cave
Yeah.
by itself is like 3.
It was thinking like
Right,
Great
that's
Cave
right,
added
that's
a
right,
lot to
that's
Dead
right.
Space at the end.
Right. Where it's like the little Metroidvania Great Cave
Yeah.
thing. I forgot about that. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying it though. I also Fighting Ground has been fun, just doing casual matches. Battle Hub is fun. Have you guys done extreme matches yet?
I have
didn't
not, and
do-
I still want to do some.
They're
kinda
funny.
fun. Yeah, you get weird. One of them though, I was against a guy who was clearly a much better player than me, and I got something where it was like a heal upon every hit, and the other guy, it was like I think he got it where his defenses were halved or something, and I just destroyed him, and I could tell right away that he was angry because then I got back to the battle hub and he started spamming all this like nasty shit to me. So
Dude, the Battle
Yeah.
Hub chat is like one of the best features of this game.
it's fun.
The amount of salt I've been seeing people type up has been insane.
Yeah.
I think my favorite extreme mode is the one where each player has like the 4 objectives. So like it'll be like knock down 3 times or
Oh, sure,
do
sure.
5 projectiles.
I haven't
It's like
seen
bingo. It's fun.
I don't know how
I
many
feel like
people that are watching that don't know about it yet, but Capcom released like a little mini battle pass yesterday that has like a few items that they're neat, but nothing too crazy. Like you can get some small summer outfit options. Some like, other than the outfits, the battle pass doesn't offer too much. It's just something I'm pretty disappointed about because I wish there were like actual costumes for characters, not just for your avatar. But it's like titles and stuff like that, like stuff for your phone, like screenshot frames. It's nothing too crazy.
Speaking of things that Capcom released that's not really too crazy, things were just kind of neat and fine, was the Capcom Showcase that happened today. Not really a lot of new announcements during this thing. There was one very weird one where they showed a trailer apologizing for the delay of one of their new games. Yes, it was actually that bad.
Yeah,
And
Pragmata,
a lot
I forgot
of it,
all about that thing.
a lot of it was
forgot about
recap.
that too.
Yep, they did another recap trailer for Resident Evil 4 VR mode. They showed a recap thing for Battle Network Collection in the very beginning. There was a weird portion of the thing that was focused on their 40th anniversary website where you can play Mega Man on your browser. There's all kinds of weird things during it, but no new Monster Hunter. And they didn't show more of that game that they showed at the Xbox Showcase, their new IP that has you fighting yokai or whatever. I thought for sure
they
that was
just
going to be
showed
during the
same-
showcase.
They showed the same trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Instead, they focused a lot on Exoprimal, which is their new dinosaur IP that I think is also getting a crossover with Street Fighter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody was so
And,
confused when they saw Ryu with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I
And
thought
then-
that was a costume, man.
In addition to that, we got another trailer for that Ghost Trick Phantom Detective port, which is cool that they're actually
So
releasing.
am
that.
I crazy that like, why does this game need a demo? it's
Yeah, I
very
don't know
old
why
at this
there's a
point.
demo of it. I guess maybe because it's weird and people
what
don't
if
know
I-
what they're getting.
Yeah, what
and-
if I randomly play it and it's fun and I want to buy it? I thought that was the whole point.
Yeah, I mean, so they showed a demo of that, and then the big announcement was that
Wait, did
Ace
y'all talk
Attorney
about
trilogy.
before you do it? Did y'all talk about the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life? Did y'all talk about that?
Well, I
The
don't know.
pragmata shit.
Oh, I said that right at the very beginning.
Okay,
They
okay,
literally had a
okay.
trailer for the delay of the game.
Okay, yeah.
The main character, the little girl, was sitting there writing on a piece of paper, and then when you see the piece of paper, it says 2022 crossed out, 2023 crossed out, and then now it's just question marks. And it
Well,
says,
they at least showed some gameplay.
Which is
Yeah.
the
I
funniest
can't imagine
thing.
that.
Because now when you really think about it, like if you really think about it, somebody had to make that trailer.
Oh yeah,
Multiple
Yeah,
people
yeah.
had to make. Somebody had to make that assets, which means
Time
they're
that could have gone into making the
No,
game was
no,
spent
no, no,
making
no,
that.
no. That's what I'm saying. That means they're so far behind. The time they lost making it didn't matter. That's what, really
If you've not seen the little note from the
wild.
trailer, I just put it in the Japan time call right now, but I added Ricky, and it's literally what I said. It's a little, and it's from the actual trailer. Yeah,
That's actually
yeah.
wild.
yeah, Dragon's Dogma.
Yes, and that was the big thing, right? Is that at the ending they showed more of Dragon's Dogma, but I'm
that
not
the same
somebody who's
trailer?
familiar.
They
I'm not
showed more
familiar with
gameplay.
Dragon's
The
Dogma.
first trailer, yes, it was the same, and then they showed more gameplay afterwards. You
Why
never,
is
wait,
it
you've
not
never
online
played Dragon's
co-op?
Dogma?
The other question I had, I've heard of it, I've heard people talk about it, I've heard it's good, but when I watched the Dragon Dogmas 2 portion, they were basically like, oh yeah, and you have this one character with you and these two other
Yeah, the
sub-party
pawns.
members.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're controlled by CPUs, they're not actual
Yeah.
people, so you can't play this multiplayer with
No.
other
Yeah, you
people?
can.
That was no, you can't.
I swear you can.
No, you can't.
No.
I looked. That was the original Dragon's Dogma 2. It's all single player, and this Dragon Dogma 2, not TO, but 2, it's also
Two.
single player. So what you like, what it works is when you start the game. Okay, slight spoilers for Dragon's Dogma. It's not serious spoilers. It's part of the game. You get killed by the dragon. When you wake up, the pawn is there. You have to go make a pawn, and that pawn is basically your partner who's with you through the whole rest of the game. And when you do stuff, like if you have friends on your friends list, they can go and rent your pawn to fight with them. So it's almost like you're with them, but it's your pawn that's with them.
What's a pawn?
It's an NPC character that you make. That
Okay.
is like the second to your main character, and it's with you throughout the
Okay.
story.
I was gonna say Fadel for Aru, but whatever, that's fine.
Oh shit.
So I
get it.
So I was,
I get it.
I was hoping they would have gave us
I get it.
actual co-op
They could've
because
put that here, bro.
Dragon's Dogma Online exists. Like there was a whole MMO. I played a little bit of it, but it was a whole MMO they released, Dragon's Dogma Online, that was obviously co-op. But no,
Can I-
they're
can
going
I-
back to the pawn
Can I ask a
system.
question to people in chat and for our audio Spotify listeners, which we really appreciate you guys listening on Spotify, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Um,
Follow us on Spotify.
Also catch his live stream if you can. But for people in chat, how many of y'all have actually played this shit? Because like the first one, because like in terms of the Capcom IPs and shit like that, like this is like I was in the like people talk about Power Stone where they talk about Dragon's Dogma. So I'm just like.
So I would I would
kind of answer that.
I would love a
If you
Power
wanna go
Stone
ahead
too,
and
but
take it.
I love the shit out of Dragon's Dogma. But I'm
Okay.
also a person that loves that high fantasy style. But it's actually like legitimately, it was one of the last games I picked that I knew nothing about. Just bought it, played it. The song comes on in the title screen. Like, what the hell did I just purchase? And like, it's so good. Like, it's one of those games when I finally played it, I went all the way through. I got the actual ending of the game and the decision you have to make, and it's like I haven't played a game that's made me have to think about this kind of stuff in a while. That's an RPG, a game like this. I love Powers. I was gonna say Power Stone. I love Dragon's Dogma.
He was talking about Power Stone the entire time.
I believe it. That's how
I was
it's
gonna say, on
I
the
would
topic
take a
of the-
Power
on
Stone
the
3.
topic
Don't
of
get me
the
wrong,
Dragon
but
Dogma
I
thing,
actually
though,
really love Dragon's Dogma.
I feel like the other reason why it has a lot of hype right now and why you see them really pushing it is because if you follow like video game news places or if you follow like video game podcasts, a lot of really hardcore video game people and video game journalists adore the first Dragon's Dogma. It's like the game that's
one of
made
those.
for people that, yeah, it's one of those kind of games. It's like a prestige kind of
it's
game.
an
I feel.
it's an Oscar
Not-
movie.
I mean, kind of. But I think it's genuinely fun, right? There's nothing against it. And again, I haven't had the chance to play it, but I've heard nothing but good things from people whose opinions I respect. But it definitely seems like the kind of thing where it's like a gamer's kind of game.
Sure.
Yeah, like even like combat. So you think about people talking about like action stuff with regards to combat. Like you see it in the trailer a little bit. A big part of Dragon's Dogma is when you're fighting these giant enemies, and they are giant compared to the size of your character. You literally jump on top of them and climb up them to try and attack parts of them. And like they show the pawns launching up too. I mean,
Okay, well,
Child Colossus is a real different
I hope it's
scale,
good.
but yeah.
I just
Yeah.
hope it's good.
It'll probably be good.
Now,
Yeah. And another Capcom game I really quickly want to say I hope is good is the new IP that got revealed during the Xbox
Hell
Showcase,
yeah.
which is Path of the Goddess. I hope I'm saying the name right. It's Kunitsugami.
I think that's
A new
right.
tale of the Kami awaits. It looks very cool. Initially, I thought that was Monster Hunter for a second because it looked like the little shrines from Monster Hunter Rise. And then when the yokai started popping out of it, I was like, what the heck is this? But I mean, it looks really cool.
look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's cool and all. Another Capcom event come and go. No Beautiful Joe. Another
That's right.
Another Capcom
Unfortunately.
event. Another no Power Stone. And
Nope.
look, we know they're working on Monster Hunter World 2 back there. We know that. I see you. You can hide behind your cubicle. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
they're
You
making
can crouch
they're
down.
making more Resident Evil 4 stuff.
You could crouch. You could crouch down back there underneath your desk and shit. Go ahead, but I see you. You're right there. I'm pointing at you. I don't want
It's
you.
probably
Like, stop it.
it's probably because Dragon's Dogma makes more money than Beautiful Joe.
That's
That's
not true.
questionable.
That's
I
not
don't
true.
know the
Joe had an
sales
anime?
figures.
Like,
I don't know the
Joe had
sales
a
figures for
franchise.
Dragon
Beautiful
Dogma,
Joe.
that's
Beautiful Joe not
questionable.
only has an anime, but Beautiful Joe was in a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And Dragon's Dogma basically has not existed besides like
Yes.
every time it's the 10-year
Yeah.
anniversary of Dragon's Dogma. You dropped one game, then an MMO that was Asia only, and that's it. They haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
Rio Kami, man. I want
what's the
Kami.
holdup? That doesn't even make any sense. If
Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma does also have an anime on Netflix now.
What do you mean it doesn't make
Pretty
any
okay.
sense?
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, well.
why would Capcom deny a money-making opportunity by
I'm going to tell you why.
not
I'm going to
making-
tell you why,
yeah.
Ricky.
a Beautiful
Okay?
Joe?
The reason why is because they are stupid. The same way
Yeah.
that Xbox is stupid. The same way
The same way
that
Nintendo.
Xbox is stupid that they have not made another Banjo game. How the heck
It's gotta be. It's gotta be more
Another
complicated.
year
I mean,
of an Xbox showcase without
what
a
are you talking
Banjo
about,
game?
Roger? Nuts
Why
and bolts
in
is
the
right
world-
there.
No.
You
But
sound
why
right.
in the world
Nah,
did
put some respect
Nintendo
on nuts and
make Tears
bolts.
of the Kingdom, which is
I
basically
thought you said
Zelda
respect
nuts
on
and
my
bolts?
nuts. What? I was
And
like, whoa.
Nintendo on top of that put Banjo in Smash Brothers and put respect on Banjo's name. Nintendo is literally doing a better job with Banjo than Microsoft. What is going on? They could make so much money,
Well,
and they're just not doing it. So
I
I
will
feel
say-
your pain, Tito, with
Well-
Monster Hunter. I do. I feel like that with Microsoft and Banjo.
No. But here's the thing. Monster
has
Hunter
to
makes
be
a shit ton of money.
oh, it does.
So that's the difference. Like
All I gotta say,
it's not close, Roger. You know it's not close.
I know it's
Monster
not
Hunter-
Okay,
close, but I
whoa.
mean, come on.
All I gotta say is that Capcom's been doing phenomenally well recently, and we gotta respect their game.
No,
right
of
now.
course.
Of course. Battle Network
course.
Collection, Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter Sunbreak. I mean, there's obviously Resident Evil. There's been a lot of great stuff.
Now,
Yeah.
now, what I will say, what you feel about Banjo and Microsoft,
Yes.
I feel about Sly Cooper and PlayStation. So
Well,
There
you're
you go.
Oh yeah, so Sucker Punch is moving down.
Yeah.
So that's
Sucker
kinda
You're
Punch
rough.
is going to be working on other stuff for a while.
So like the thing with Microsoft, because there's like documentaries about how KI got made, right? And the big thing is someone at Microsoft has to want to be the person to shepherd or like champion something that they want to see made. And if no one does that, then it just doesn't get made.
I mean, while we're here, let's talk about that Xbox Showcase then, because I will say, despite me being angry there was no Banjo, I do feel like overall this is the best one they've ever done.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it was
Like,
very good.
In a long time.
Far and away, I thought.
What did they announce? What did I miss?
Okay, well, I mean, I have a
They announced
whole
a
bunch
lot.
of stuff here. Yeah, they announced a lot of stuff. So there are 2 brand new IPs built for Xbox that are getting released. One is called South of Midnight, which is by the developer Compulsion, and another one is Clockwork Revolution, which is being made by In Exile. The latter literally looks like BioShock Infinite. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was
Very
new
much
BioShock
like
Infinite.
No, yeah, it's BioShock Infinite plus Prince of Persia. That's literally what
Yeah,
it is.
with some steampunk aspects,
Yes.
obviously. Yeah, and I mean the propaganda photos looked the same. They had like their version of the Big Daddy with that giant robot. But apparently they've come out and said that the game is an RPG, which is kind of
Well,
cool.
I mean, Infinite is also an RPG technically.
I guess. Yeah, I guess it could be considered that.
It
but-
is. It is. Especially Infinite is way more of an RPG than. If I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
but
if I'm being objective.
Something that's unequivocally an RPG though is Fable, which finally got another
Yes.
trailer after all this time.
I'm so happy because like finally seeing a trailer for Fable and seeing like the comedy they're going with, because like Fable's a game that never really took itself seriously. Now Pierre Molly is over there wishing the entire fucking world and not delivering that. But Fable is a game that's never been super serious with what it does. So I like that what they showcase in this is that the new studio gets that.
Yeah, the guy from the IT crowd is a giant. I didn't recognize anybody else in it, but yeah, it looks like it could be fun. So they showed that. They had the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator announced, which is that
That
now you
was
can basically
A very
have
cool
jobs.
announcement.
Yeah, you have like you could be an airlift paramedic, you could be a firefighter, you could crop dust if you want.
They just kept going. There was so many
Yeah.
things you could do.
Yeah, it looked fun. They also
And
said
Dune.
that there's. Yeah, that's right. And Dune is getting a collaboration with it as well, right? And speaking of collaborations, there's also going to be a Legend of Monkey Island collaboration with Sea of Thieves, which again is
Man.
what Rare's working on instead of Banjo. But
I know. It's just like I think about Rareware and how like previously they used to put out like 6 games a generation. And for these past 2 generations, it's just been Sea of Thieves.
which
It's
I mean,
so
no
sad.
hate to Sea of Thieves. Like I'm
Yeah, Sea of
sure
Thieves
I
is
would
great.
enjoy it.
I
Yeah.
think that's their highest player base right now.
Like
Xbox?
Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's why they can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Like where's
I'm,
Everwild, man?
I'm pretty sure it's higher than
Yeah,
Halo.
I'm very
Yes,
surprised we
where's
did not see
Everwild?
Everwild.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
what
thought
was
for a
that?
second that climbing simulator was going to be that, but it isn't.
Yeah, what was the name of that game?
I don't know if that's ever coming out.
Just I think, right?
I'm actually playing that right now.
The
Right?
climber game?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
there's a demo for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
just Sans. I was right. Okay.
And then there were a bunch of other games, but one of the really big surprises from this Xbox Showcase, actually multiple big surprises, got leaked the day before by Atlas, which is the remake of Persona 3 called Persona 3 Reload. And this made me super happy. Persona 5 Tactica, which is a Persona 5 strategy game.
Yeah, it looks like XCOM.
The P5
Yeah, it
glazing is real, man.
Well, people love Persona 5, obviously, and they're not. I mean,
Okay,
they know they
but
can
real
make money
fast
off
though.
of it.
This is a little. I mean, I know what's
And
it's,
it's very
Sega,
different.
right? And Sega's like,
Yeah.
hey, we got a good thing. Let's keep going. But at least Atlas is delivering solid games when they do that. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
there's like 7 Persona 5 games, if you count Persona 5 itself and Royal separately,
and
because
there's
you had to
not
buy them
the
twice.
only Persona 5 game that matters. Where is Persona 5 Arena? Where is it?
It'll be after this. That's next year.
Wait,
Next year
that's
for
cap.
sure.
We do need
That's-
that.
I don't think so, man. I really think we're gonna get P5 Arena before P6.
Uh, I would. I
Persona 6
also
is probably
hope
at least 2 years off, especially because we saw that trailer during the Xbox thing for Metaphor, the Refantazio
Yeah,
game.
Metaphor definitely looked like this was
That
pitched
looks
as
like
P6
Persona.
and they changed it to something
Now,
else.
now this is a real question, because I'm thinking about P4 Arena in my head. Are there
Okay.
enough characters in P5?
Oh my god, of course.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm like, okay, so you have the thieves, that's 7 of them,
Uh-huh.
right?
Of course.
You have Akechi, that's 8.
Yes.
You have ballerina chick, that's 9.
Uh-huh.
But you would do
Tsumi.
what P4 Arena did and just bring back the cast from the last game.
Oh,
Also, you could just have
That's
like
true.
there's a bunch of other characters you could throw in there that don't necessarily need to be like the main characters. You could put I mean the Warden would be fun. You could throw the Warden in there. You could
Throw in some Shimigami.
Caroline and
characters.
Justine. You could have them as like a twin fighter.
yeah. You could also
That'd be
throw
kinda
in
fun.
you could throw in the Doctor too. I'm seeing that. In
You could
chat.
throw in the Doctor. You could throw in what's her face? His older
Yeah.
sister, the detective.
Yeah,
Sai.
the detective Sai.
Do a whole
She just,
bunch
has
of
a,
them.
she just has a gun.
Kamoshida with the volleyball and like the king hat.
Oh no
I mean,
no
they
no
could
no no no
definitely
no
do
no no
something.
no no! You can't have him. You can't have him.
Why everyone beats
No,
up
no.
Kamoshida? I think he'd
No,
be
no,
a good
no.
joke character.
Get him out of here.
Everyone punches him in the face.
No no no. He's
I
just
think
in the
it'd be good.
he's just in the background. He's getting like he's like getting his dick stomped by somebody. Like it's just in the background.
There you go. No, but
I
I
think it's
I
I just
think
don't.
it could be
The
really
reason
cool.
why, Roger, I just don't like. If he's in the game, he has the potential to be good, and I don't care.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
you don't want
playing-
people making Kamoshida.
I don't want to be like,
no.
yeah, bro. I'm a Kamoshida
No, I understand.
man.
I understand.
I'm a Kamoshida
no.
main, bro. Yeah.
No,
Like,
get them out of here. No. But yeah, so unfortunately, the 2 of the Atlas things leaked, but that Metaphor game did not leak, and it does look really good.
Yeah.
Like you said, McGareth, it straight up look. I thought it was
The
Persona
menuing
6.
everything. I'm like, this must be Persona
Yeah.
6. And they're like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's like, okay. This most certainly was pitched as Persona 6. They decided not to
But
do it.
someone mentioned to me in my live chat during this that apparently this got announced in 2015. And it was called like Refantasy or something, and then they just never touched it for years, and they finally decided to make it, and that's why we're getting it now. But yeah, I thought it was something brand new that we had never heard of before, and I guess technically it is because
Yeah.
it's like a new version of that.
Here's a-
But yeah, it is based on something that was announced
Here's
years
a
ago.
There's a trailer on GameSpot from 2017 for this. Project
Yeah, there you go.
Refantasy. Oh.
There you go. But yeah, the menus are so Persona-esque, and it looks really fun.
I think I got 8 points.
I'll definitely play it. In terms of other Xbox announcements, I guess the really big one, there were a couple other things. They showed Avowed, Forza Motorsport, more of Hellblade 2. There was a game called Towerborn that was there. City Skyline 2 was there as well.
Oh, Towerborn actually, real fast, screams Castle Crashers to me. That's one I'll probably actually
yeah.
check out.
Yeah,
Even
I
has,
noticed
like, the
like
little-
on a rewatch, it has the little pets.
Yeah, that's like the pets following you. Like, it's so Castle Crashers.
They also, this is probably the only thing we're going to bring up from the Ubisoft thing today, but it was announced during Xbox, so we'll bring it up too, was the Star Wars Outlaws game that's coming out. It's like some new game from Ubisoft that's like a first... Oh, I don't even know. It's not a first-person game, is it? It's like
It's
an
third
action
person,
game. I'm looking at
yeah.
this. So it's a third-person action game set in the Star Wars universe. Coming to Xbox Series X and Windows PC.
Also, this is one of the
And-
first Star Wars games that is not made by EA in a very long time.
Right. But I thought one of the best announcements during this was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is the
Eric
new
Andre
Yakuza
the
game.
game.
It takes place in Hawaii, which I think is really cool. And I'm excited. I think the humor in the trailer was funny. The first Like a Dragon was really good. I do think it's weird that now the entire Yakuza franchise in North America and other territories is now being called Like a Dragon. It's no longer called Yakuza, which is bizarre. But this is obviously a continuation to the RPG that came out about a year and a half ago. That was a really excellent game. So, yeah, I would highly recommend checking it out. I think it's on sale right now on Steam, isn't it?
But would you
we'll get it.
consider Yakuza and Like a Dragon two different
No, they're
like
completely different. Yeah.
yeah
Like
I would
Dragon
like
is an RPG and Yakuza is an action game.
that's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. So like
Right. But they're calling the series as a whole now Like a Dragon because
Oh.
Like a Dragon RPG was successful, and I guess the name in Japan translates to Like a Dragon, so it's always been called that in Japan. But now because Yakuza is more popular here, they're calling it Like a Dragon. So there was no name change in Japan, essentially.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they made that new, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a new series they made that plays like the old Yakuza games, right?
Right, and they're remaking some of the old ones. So, like, if you're a Yakuza fan, there is plenty to play. Honestly, Sega, they did a lot of stuff during these past couple days with the Atlas announcements and Like a Dragon and something else we're going to talk about a little bit later once we get to it. But the one big thing that Xbox focused on, though, during their Xbox Showcase with their little direct for it right afterwards was Starfield. And if I may say this very quickly, every time Xbox has shown Starfield, I have thought it looks like the most boring, generic sci-fi game on the planet. And I'm like, why are they putting so much on this game? I understand Bethesda is, an acclaimed developer. They have a pretty good track record. So I get that people want this game to be good, but nothing from any of the trailers that I saw made it look like something that I would want to play. This Starfield Direct, after the Xbox Showcase, that was like 30 minutes of showing off what you could do in the game, made me legitimately interested, and now it's like one of my most anticipated games this year. So done, Xbox, for making me actually interested in Starfield.
I think a lot of people are comparing it to No Man's Sky, and it's like kind of giving it a negative connotation because a lot of people still think of No Man's Sky as like that really bad, release game that had a lot of problems.
Sure.
But No Man's Sky right now is like actually a very great game to play. I never doubted Starfield, just like I never doubted Redfall, and I'm not gonna put it any further there. It is what it is.
Here's the thing.
I think the comparison's fair, but I feel like with Starfield, they've proven to me through that 30-minute video that there's more to it than No Man's Sky had initially. Like, at least if I go to another solar system, there will be some city or like some cool thing to find that sets me off on a different side quest or gives me something to upgrade my gear or upgrade, my different skills. Like, it seems like it's worth it to go explore in this one. Whereas I feel like No Man's Sky was a lot of empty planets very early on.
I feel like
this is being made by
it's Bethesda. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same Bethesda that made Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls and Fallout, yes.
Yep.
Wait, why did you...
Bro, where have you been? Actually, where have you been?
No. I'm not asking that in general, like, I don't know that. I'm saying, why would you doubt Bethesda?
No, again, where have you been? They also dropped Fallout 76, which was a piece of shit.
Fallout 76 was horrible.
There's a reason to doubt them right now.
It's like Ricky doesn't have the internet when he's not on Discord. It's like Ricky,
Ricky did not have the internet for like 2 years. Longer. How long
I didn't know
3
that.
years? I mean, to be fair, you did not have the internet for a long time. So you might not have known a lot of this. Yeah.
So they tanked? Bethesda started, like...
It's like, okay, so while you were away, Fallout 4 came out, was good, had Bethesda jank. Elder Scrolls Online came out, fell off almost immediately. They still support it, though, has a community. Fallout 76 came out, was a steaming pile of garbage. It has been mostly fixed and support has community, but, like, their stock has gone down. So Starfield is like this big Hail Mary play that the early stuff they showed looked, like Roger said, it looked kind of bland. Like, I didn't get that Bethesda feel, but this stuff, they went in, look at all these systems we have. You like stealth?
Yeah. We
got stealth for you. You can use melee weapons, too. You can punch people with your fists. Like, this is all just tons of stuff that Bethesda would put in their game, and they finally showed all that.
And I don't know if anybody else felt like this. I feel like Mike probably did. If anybody else is on this call that will agree with what I'm about to say, I think it's going to be Mike. The music in Starfield reminds me so much of Epcot in Disney World.
Yes.
It is like that vibe. It feels like you're in a sci-fi Tomorrowland kind of theme park. And the aesthetic of the technology being this, like, I think they described it as NASA core. Bro, it's straight up Epcot, man. Like, there's no way of getting around it. It is Epcot punk. and I love it. I like that sold me on it. I think because the music is so good, it made me more interested in the game.
Yeah, the aesthetic and the music is incredibly strong.
Yeah, and none of that came through in those initial trailers at all. I feel like the first few Starfield trailers did not have the same vibe of the music. I feel like the aesthetic seemed more generic, and the stuff that they showed during this seemed a lot more unique. The cities looked cool. That new Atlantis city looked cool. So
we just got to see more.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
right.
the fact they went so far as to bring back the annoying fan with the same voice actor from Oblivion, and just like, oh yeah, just because we could, is like shows you that they care a shit ton about
Yeah,
this
for
game.
sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that same way, where like they weren't interested at all, and now it's just like a complete 180
Yeah.
after this direct.
Yeah, so overall, I think Xbox had a pretty good showcase. I still think it was probably one of their strongest in recent years. They had a lot of stuff for a lot of different people, right? I feel like if you like shooter games, there was stuff for you. RPGs, same thing.
Weird, because no Halo and no Gears.
And no Banjo, too. And no Perfect Dark, which was already announced.
Fair,
And no
Halo
Everwild,
stuff,
which was already announced.
with the Halo stuff, they've been going through so
Just
many
Dance? Did they at
like,
least give us that?
change of the
There was
staff
no
and
Just
stuff.
Dance, no.
Thank goodness.
You're actually capping.
We still got the Xbox classic of a guy talking about Forza next to cars, so that still happened. but like,
Yeah, their classic is
yeah,
still
no
there.
Just Dance.
So what exactly is going on with Halo right now, Coast?
There's just a lot of fluctuation with the staff right now. A lot of actually, I don't know if it's a lot of, but pretty sure the head of the writing department left. I'm pretty sure the leading person of all of Halo Infinite left, and they need to get a replacement. I don't know if they have one yet, but there's like a lot of creative. I think it was fired actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of creatives have been like in and out the door with 343 recently, and it's looking for the better because I think they did bring back one of the original guys from Halo 3 or Halo 2, I believe. But other than that, like, it's still, I think Halo's still going to be pretty much in the dark for probably the next year or so. And people are just going to have to live with whatever updates Halo Infinite's getting. But, yeah, I don't think there's gonna be much.
I really hope companies move away from every game needs to be a live service. Like Halo Infinite was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the next Halo game for the next 10 years. It's like, why? How does that make sense? Just drop a Halo game, make it good, work on the next one. Like, every game does not have to exist for a decade.
I do feel like a lot of these companies are learning their lessons, though. Like, a lot of these Battle Pass games are dying, or they're wrapping them up and turning them into single-player kind of games or standalone games. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. I feel like Halo doesn't necessarily need to be. I think Halo could have been, though, easily.
Well, I think like the online of it would have just lasted. Like, I feel like if you drop a good Halo with good online, people would keep playing it.
People still play Halo 3.
Yeah, you don't need to go out of your way to
I'm
make it
playing
a
Halo
live
3
service.
more than Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
I like what somebody said in the chat. Agent 54C said, shout-outs to Mario Kart 8, which we've now been playing for 10 years as well.
Yeah. Just make a good game.
They just made a good game, and then they made DLC. That was it.
Yeah, that's right.
No
That's
battle
right.
pass. No, you need to log in every day, or you miss out on carts. Like, all that stuff is lame.
That's right. And did we have a release date for Starfield? Did they give an example?
It's
Yeah, September 6th. September 6th.
I thought it was October 6th.
October 6th. Okay. Well, speaking of October games, let's move directly into the Summer Games Fest announcements because there's a lot of stuff there. One of the big announcements from Summer Games Fest was that Spider-Man 2 is getting an October release date, October 20th, 2023. They showed a little bit of Venom in the game. They said that Venom is not going to be Eddie Brock. If you've played the first Spider-Man, then you know it's most likely going to be Harry Osborn. But I think it's weird that they showed the special edition, and it's like the statue of Venom, Miles, and Peter, and that they showed this after what they already showed during that last state of play, or the PlayStation Showcase or whatever, where they show Peter with the symbiote powers fighting with Lizard alongside Miles. And I kind of feel like the way that they were hinting things on stage of like, oh, you're never going to know who's going to be Venom in this game. I kind of feel like Peter, by the end of it, will
They did
be
not say
Venom,
that, though.
and then
No,
Miles will fight Peter.
No, they went out their
They
way
said it's
to,
going to
like-
be original. They said it's going to be an original character or something like that.
No, they said they're trying to make an original story that
An
Venom
original
is not
story,
Eddie.
right.
I think it's just gonna be
I
Kraven.
feel like, oh, interesting. That'd be interesting.
No.
Kraven takes over the
No, I don't think- I don't
We
think-
literally
that
have
would
seen
be- that would
Spider-Man
be
with
trash.
symbiote powers.
Yeah, because we have Spider-Man with symbiote powers. The big bad guy right now is Kraven. I think he's gonna end up taking the suit from Peter.
Didn't in the first teaser
looks
like
like another
Venom
villain.
talk about Craven?
Oh, he
Or
might
something?
have.
That I don't
Maybe.
even remember. Maybe.
You mean the very, very first one that we saw?
Yeah, I thought he like
present
mentioned something about
thing.
the hunt. or whatever.
Maybe he did.
I forget.
I
Though.
feel like we need to have a Miles Peter fight, though. I feel like the two of them have to fight.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Have Peter get
what
the
I'm
suit
saying,
off, yeah.
what I'm saying, it's,
Yeah, right,
it's,
right.
it's just Harry,
Like a
right?
race war.
Like it's
It might just be Harry.
No, because
Yeah,
no,
it might be
because
Harry.
it doesn't. It has to be Harry because the entirety of the secret ending after you beat the first game, and
Oh,
Miles
true.
is just Harry.
Yeah.
It's just Harry.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Harry's cool and all because it's more in line. It's more in line with the comics than it is with the movie, where
Yeah.
Harry and Peter don't meet usually until college, and then Peter gets a job working at Oscorp through Harry. That's more often what seems to happen. I'm just saying, it just has to be Harry. Like it's just Harry.
Wait. While we're on the topic, right now, which I know is a bit of a sidebar, but I don't know when else it's going to come up, and we're talking about Spider-Man. Have we all seen Across the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Yes.
Has everyone here seen it?
Yes.
You've got to say like one at a time. Who hasn't seen it? Who hasn't seen it?
Cannon,
Oh,
everyone's
We
seen
all
it.
Everybody's all right, great, fantastic.
Okay.
So everybody has seen it then. So, do you want to do like a quick 5-minute
Yes.
spoiler warning?
Yes.
To be like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Bro,
We can timestamp
the
it
movie's
and
been
tell
out for
them,
how
like-
long? The movie's been out for how long? It's been out for like 2 weeks.
So okay,
It's
so
been a
spoiler
week.
warning then. If you have not seen it yet, take
The
off
movie's
your
been out
headphones
for
for
two,
like
a week
10
and a half,
minutes.
2 weeks.
Shadow the Hedgehog is the end credit scene. We're gonna get started in 3,
no.
2, 1. All right, Across the Spider-Verse. Holy crap, that ending!
Wait,
I am
whoa,
so
whoa,
mad.
I gotta get out of here. I'm just gonna take my
You haven't-
headphones off, bro.
Oh, okay, you haven't seen it. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just come back.
Okay,
to
then we
He probably was AFK when we asked.
Oh, okay,
No, I
okay,
wasn't.
okay,
I was
okay.
just.
Oh, you just
I
Well, then
didn't
never mind.
realize
We're
that's
not
what
gonna
you were
do that.
talking
I'm
about.
glad I didn't say that. Then.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
no,
watching.
good,
You're
good.
watching.
All
You're
right,
watching.
I'm
You're
leaving
watching.
now. You're good.
Okay,
You're good.
No,
the
you're watching.
general-
You're watching Jimmy Butler go 2 for 12 or whatever the fuck he's doing right now. He's selling that shit. I
oh,
fucking
the
hate
finals
Jimmy
are
right now.
on.
They are.
Okay. But anyway, yes, go.
No, I mean you go. Talk about it.
Okay, so
Because I feel like I'll go last because there's one thing.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so here's the thing, right? I'm just happy that people are finally through this movie. If anything else has become the thing, it's that people are realizing that Miles is the best Spider-Man.
Fact.
Miles is just the best
He is
one.
great.
Everybody who's read any Spider-Man comic that has Miles in it has known this already. So everybody else is catching up, which is great. Cool for you. Second of all, everyone is now realizing that Spider-Man 2099 is that nigga for real. Like he's so cool. Like everybody loves future Spider-Man. All of my homies like future Spider-Man, okay? Because he's so cool. And third, here's the thing about this particular set of movies that I really want to stress, and it has nothing to do with story, so we're still good on that, is so much of this movie is done visually and aesthetically, right? That's like a lot of it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the things that make this movie go from incredible to special are really small, subtle things. Like when you look at the foreground or the background of certain scenes where it's phasing a little bit in and out in situations where just to remind you that maybe Miles is somewhere where he shouldn't be, or it's the fact that this is probably the best paced superhero movie I've ever seen. It is perfectly edited. It is everything is not there for too long on the screen. It has more than enough time for character development and for action scenes, and it cuts beautifully in between, and everything it does, it pays off at the end. Spoiler, here we go. Okay? When you get rewarded by paying attention for detail. From the first movie, and then 2099 basically tells Miles, you're not supposed to be Spider-Man. That's
Right.
the whole thing. There's not supposed to be 2 Spider-Man here. Miguel's like, look, you have a Peter Parker, right? In some universes, if you guys pay attention to some of the small things, there's all the Peters are all Peters.
Yeah, it's always Peter,
It's
except
always
like a
Peter,
couple of them.
or it's always Peter or like a female Peter. There's no Miles ever. Because
What's
Miles
crazy
is a singularity.
What's
And then,
crazy is that there's like Easter eggs in the first movie that alludes to it, and it's if you
Like
go
the
back, it's
42 that's
insane.
on the ground when he's laying there, or like even the
spider itself.
Spider. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying about paying it off, because he tells you, if you remember from the first movie, that is not from your universe. It's from some guy who fucked up over here. So you know the punchline when he says for the go home machine before he goes into the go home machine, if you remember. Because I'm sitting there with my friend. I didn't notice. My friend, I'm sitting there with a movie, and he's watching. He's seen it. He saw it with me, but he also saw it before. So he saw it like on opening night, and then I saw it 2 days later. He saw it with me again, and he didn't notice it until he saw it the second time, where he's like, it scans your DNA and sends you to the world in which your DNA is from.
It's from, right.
But Miles's DNA is not from the world in which he was born. So it sends him to the world where there's a Miles, not to the one without the Peter. And it's whatever.
So with that, I think it spends the spider's DNA in him. That like
Yeah. But basically, it's just a beautiful moment to, like, when we talk about movies, pacing is literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that movie is, I think it's better than the first one. But
100%.
But that's kind of downplaying the fact that the first one is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great. I think the thing with this one in particular, though, like the only problem that I had was I feel like it was 20 minutes too long for it to end where it did. Right? It's not anything really against the pacing at all, because I was enjoying it the entire time, and the animation is stunning. I mean, like, this is one of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my life. Like, every little universe, like the fact that Vulture, when he attacks, had like the Renaissance drawings with Leonardo da Vinci, like that was so sick. I mean, there's tons of moments that are like that. Lots of really cool Easter eggs, but I feel like
the scenes with Gwen and her father like arguing,
with like the oil painting
every
stuff.
Like
it's so good.
It's a reverse shot scene, but every time it changes shot, the background changes subtly to like reflect the tone of the conversation.
Yep.
It's
and
so
then
good.
I also loved, I'm surprised you didn't bring him up yet, Spider-Punk is like the best. Hobie's awesome. I really like him a lot.
Hobie's great. I think they said like in an interview that it took them like of the whatever amount of years to develop the whole movie, over half of that was just dedicated to the escape from the escape scene where Miles is running from everybody.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I mean that's what we saw in the very first teaser. Remember?
It's wild.
Yeah.
Dude, also, the fucking Easter egg with Donald Glover was actually such
yes, I was so happy when I saw that. Yeah, that was so cool.
Is that Loki a spoiler
Easter egg?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
That's his uncle in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Right. So that would be him. Yeah.
Right. So so that means Miles is canonically. We all know Miles is canonically in the MCU.
They did that literally in that first movie when Peter runs into him. When he webs him, he says, "Oh yeah, I have a nephew named Miles." Like they just do it in that movie.
Yeah. So that was. I mean, again, if you knew that from the first one, then you knew that was a possibility. But I think it was cool to actually do that with him, considering he's the whole reason Miles exists in the first place.
Yeah.
Like literally, Miles exists because of Donald Glover campaigning to be the Amazing Spider-Man when Andrew Garfield was still auditioning for it. And then that's what spurred off the whole thing with Community, and then the writer that made Miles, and literally it all came back from Donald Glover. So, and then Donald Glover voiced him in the TV show, the cartoon.
He voiced him for like 2 episodes, but yeah, that's still cool.
Yeah, but they did it as like a little, homage. So I think it's really cool to bring it full circle and have him be Prowler, MCU Prowler or whatever. The only other thing that I did not like, which it's very minor in the grand scheme of it. I grew up with Ben Reilly. That was one of the only comics that I read as a kid growing up in the 90s that I was familiar with that would be not the stereotypical thing that would have been on TV, right? Like the X-Men, whatever it was, X-Men 96 or whatever. So I knew of Ben Reilly, and I felt like, oh man, I was kind of bummed that he was just kind of a punchline in this.
Yeah.
I think they did it because a lot of
Spider's
people
actually
did
kinda
not.
cool.
A lot of people did not like the Clone Saga, so they just made him a part.
And
of
I
it
understand
for the
that.
sake
I
of
get it. It's fine. But like, I don't know. I wanted something more from him. When I heard he was going to be in it, I was really excited for it. And then from the beat, like voiced by Andy Samberg, and to do what they did with him, I don't know.
Yeah. I wasn't like a fan
that
of.
boy.
I'm not a fan of Scarlet
Okay,
Spider,
but the
but
Nuggets
I
won the
did.
championship. So.
I told bro. Show,
Hey.
what did I say? What did I say tonight was? What did I say tonight was? I said the game wasn't happening. What was tonight? What did I say?
The Nuggets just won?
Yeah, I
the
said
Nuggets
tonight. I said tonight, bro. Y'all trying to see this award ceremony tonight? Look at it. Look at
What
it.
a low-scoring game.
So that was 4-1 then.
Bro,
If this was game
scored.
5.
Yeah, they scored under 100 both.
Wow.
First of
That's
all,
my goat,
Jimmy
Jamal Murray.
Jimmy Buckets sold like shit. Did you see his stats?
This man, they've been playing a lot of basketball, man.
I
It's
just,
hard
I
to
just,
be consistent. I get it.
I know, bro, but like, damn, man, he really
All
sold
I'm
like a
saying
yard
is-
sale.
Jimmy was talking a lot of shit, and Jokic was just out there. You know,
All I'm
Jokic is
saying-
really like that, man.
Look, all I'm saying, right? That's cool and all, but fuck all that. Buy some merch. Buy some, you know what I'm saying? Buy some
Actually saying
WDF. Head to WDFAshop.com. Get yourself a nice hoodie, hat. Get yourself a nice T-shirt, whatever it is. So buy the merch.
You know what's a real shame, though? While we're still on the topic of basketball, and Ricky, you remember this. Remember when we were in college and Jimmy Butler played for us? He played for the Chicago Bulls. And he played
You
for us for
talking-
6 years? And this never happened?
They traded him, man.
The same. I stopped watching basketball the day that Derrick Rose destroyed and snapped his knees.
Unbelievable.
And from that
Bro,
point,
why
on,
did they
I
why
never-
did they play him with 20
I
seconds
never go- I
in the
never went
fucking
back.
fourth quarter, bro? When they were up by like 20, man.
He didn't need to. But he was on
Hey,
the
that's
Bulls for so long.
that's Derrick Rose's canon moment, man. Or his canon
That's
event.
right. Yep.
In every universe, Derrick Rose snaps his
That's the
legs.
canon event, man.
There's no universe.
Yo,
where
lay
he
off my
doesn't-
fans.
Yeah,
Speaking
shout out
of,
to D
speaking of
Rose,
new
bro.
universes, though, Mortal Kombat 1 reboots the Mortal Kombat franchise. This was the opener for the Summer Games Fest. We got an extended look at gameplay for the game. Jean-Claude Van Damme is playing Johnny Cage this time around. Visually, I think I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, but I think visually it looks really cool. Thoughts? Anybody
like what?
who's a Mortal Kombat
I like
fan?
how
What if
it looks so
something
much
wasn't
more
good?
brighter. I love how it's sort of straight away from the darker, tones that it had from X and 11. The only thing is, like, I feel like the novelty of Mortal Kombat's kind of gone. Like, I feel like it's a little bit much now with all the shit that they were showing in the trailers with people getting ripped apart and then having other people like go inside that ripped apart body and ripping it apart
Yeah,
even more and shit.
Right.
Like, I get the point, right? But it looked good. Like, I probably won't play it, but it looks like I'll probably watch it at Evo
That's what
or
I
something
said
like
too.
that.
Because to me, like, Mortal Kombat has always been super stiff. So to see
Oh
this
my
not as
gosh, you
stiff-
stole the words right out my head, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks much better to me visually now, for sure. It looks
Yeah.
more, I mean,
Well,
just in general, there's assists and all that. Like, it looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
well,
actually.
if you
Yeah, the cameos.
Max dropped a whole video that I watched actually today where, shouts to Max.
I saw Sonic Fox
Shout out
playing
to
it
Max.
too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where he was basically talking about him and Justin Wong were playing the game, and they were talking about like, yo, this game is actually like low key nuts. Like it's like they loosen that shit up like crazy. Pause. Like they really like gave you so many more options because the issue with Mortal Kombat, at least for me, kind of alluding to what Show was talking about, is the fact that it looked like everybody was doing the same thing.
Yes.
Like
Sure.
and they were just doing slightly different variations of the same thing, but basically everyone's just doing overhead launcher or into bounce into
fucking the same low medium
Yeah.
kick everyone fucking does.
Yeah, but this game looks like there's like a whole they're on some other shit. So I'm probably not gonna play it, but good shit.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna touch it either.
Another game
watch
I'm
the
probably not
story.
going to touch is the new Prince of Persia game, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. So apparently that Sands of Time remake that they were going to make, I don't know where that is, but there's this new 2D one coming to
That's
PS5,
probably what it
PS4,
changed
Xbox.
into.
Probably. Yeah.
Dude,
they
when I
probably were
first
just
saw it
looking
show
for
up on screen, I deadass thought it was a mobile game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they'll be happy. People who are happy about it, having a new 2D one. It's fine. I'm sure there's also people that are happy about Optimus Prime being in Fortnite. But
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What
bro.
did you say?
That game has everything.
Yeah, bro. Optimus Prime, Autobots, roll out. Fortnite,
That's
let's
right.
go.
there was a
Those are
gameplay
Smash
reveal.
Brothers.
There was a gameplay reveal for
shooters.
Alan Wake 2, which I don't know if any of you guys are excited for that, but Alan Wake 2.
Where's- got a
Honestly,
gun
the
now.
gameplay that they showed was not the greatest gameplay. Like it looked honestly kind of boring.
What are the other games that they've made? Remedy made Control, right?
They're the
Yeah.
control group.
Control, Alan,
Yeah, Control
Alan
was good.
Wake, Max Payne. I think I might be wrong on
Did
that.
they make that one that was like early Xbox where it was like also a TV show?
Oh, I think that is Max
Was that
Payne.
them?
Oh,
Yeah,
Quantum
yeah,
Break? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Quantum Break.
oh. Yeah, and then there's a new Bandai Namco game from Akira Toriyama, Sandland, based on his one-off manga from way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Not way
that's
back in the
really
day.
cool.
That's Sandland's pretty new.
Sandland's not new.
I'm pretty sure Sandland's
Sandland
newer
was
than.
like from the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure
Wasn't
Sandland's
it?
after Dragon Ball.
Well,
Like I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
it was after
Sandland's
Dragon
like
Ball, definitely.
his newest fucking thing he's worked on. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, okay. So it said it debuted in May of 2000.
Yeah.
So it's
You're,
his newest
you're
thing,
stuck in
I
the
guess.
past,
But...
Ghost.
It's technically his newest shit.
So 23
That's
years
23
ago.
years
Yeah.
ago. 23 years ago is okay.
Hey
Whatever.
was
man, leave
10.
that man alone, man.
Yeah. We have Pokemon with guns that was shown off there called
Oh,
Pal
Power
World.
World,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
That shit's
Yes,
funny
sir.
as fuck.
Otherwise
That's
known as,
totally
otherwise known
podcast.
as free content. Like that shit was. That shit's gonna be crazy. I
That
played
shit's
with
gonna go hard on TikTok.
Bro, that shit. I'm
Oh,
playing for
definitely.
Yo, Pikachu, use Blicky. I'm really here.
Who
Like,
among you is not going to play that game? That game
I'm-
looks amazing.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
know.
Pikachu.
It does
Probably
look
not
actually
like
pretty
it.
fun. I just think it's
What?
funny, like how shameless some of the Pokemon ripoffs are. Like there are very clearly
Oh,
Pikachu,
bro,
Heracrosses.
I was
Arcanine.
streaming it, and I was just like everything that was on screen. I'm like, yeah, this is a fusion of this and this. This is a fusion of this and this.
Like Gyarados, Talonflame. There was
Like-
the one with like the Lapras clone that's got the rocket launchers on her back.
There was one that literally looked like a fusion of Goodra and Lilligant. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Now I don't know about anybody else, but
Mhm.
you know, I'm always here. Like I always go for what's the funniest thing, and if you can't come up with original concepts for Pokemon, I think you do this. I think you just double down. Like if you're like, bro,
Yeah,
we can't
for
think of
sure.
shit, then you just
Don't
copy
fix what
paste,
ain't
change
broken.
the art, change the name on the homework, and that's so funny, and it makes me want to play your game more. Like
And apparently it comes out in early 2024 is when the early access happens for it. So by early next year, we'll all be playing Pal World. See how fun it is to shoot Pikachu in the face.
Oh my gosh.
And then
Oh my
there were
god.
just a bunch of other smaller announcements during this. They had Twisted Metal coming to Peacock, which is just why are they doing that? Lies of P got a demo and a release date, which is the Pinocchio Bloodborne that looks awesome. Have any of
Yeah,
you
that
played the
is
demo?
just.
I didn't
yeah,
play the
I
demo.
tried it out.
Is it good?
It is Dark Souls.
sure.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Like
Pinocchio Dark
a lot of like Dark Souls inspired games. Like, oh, it's Dark Souls, but it's also like something else. This is just Dark Souls.
Fine. I'm completely fine with that. Because I think what they're doing with the lore of Pinocchio is really interesting too, where they're not just, which is a weird sentence to say, I guess, but like that the characters are based off of the characters from the original fairy tale.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
you've got like the blue fairy, you've got like the weird rabbits.
Which
There's-
is
I also
super
felt
fucked
like
up, by the way.
but it's cool. I know, but it makes it cool. Like it fits in a Bloodborne kind of world. So I'm glad they're going full force with it. Jiminy Cricket's still a happy-go-lucky little spirit that comes along with you. He's your little conscience. I like that he's like lighthearted still. It just the whole thing looks fantastic. And
Is there a reason why Pinocchio just looks like a boy?
I'm assuming that's
he's
a
like
lore
a
reason,
cyborg
right?
thing, right? And he's eventually trying to become a real boy. I'm assuming. So
Is there like a lie system in there that like
Yes.
increases your damage and ability the more you?
So, I don't know if there's anything at the end of the demo, but at the point I got in the demo, you're like at a door and it's like, are you a human or a puppet? And puppets aren't allowed in, so you say human. And then he looks like he's injured and text pops up that says your springs tighten up. But
Does anything happen?
I don't know, maybe.
Does your nose grow? If you lie to them, does your nose grow?
I didn't notice it, but one thing that was very funny is that the loading screen is Pinocchio's nose growing, and it says "now lying."
That's funny.
That is good, actually.
That's good. Now,
And it comes out at a good time. It comes out in September. I feel like there's not a lot of other stuff.
Honestly,
around that time, so.
there's so much stuff that's come out this year and still have yet to release. I honestly believe this is probably one of the best years in gaming. Not even in gaming, in media in general. Like,
I mean, you think about everything that happened this year in terms of, if you are just talking games, though. I mean, you've got Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter 6, a Resident Evil 4 remake. You've got all these amazing collections of games like Battle Network and Ace Attorney and all this other stuff. You've got all of this stuff coming out very
Final
soon.
Fantasy 16 in 2 weeks. You had Future Redeemed.
Exactly.
No,
like, there's so
this
much.
weekend.
Future
16
Redeemed,
is 16 is this weekend.
Oh, it's this week? Well, damn.
Yeah. Future Redeemed, like you said too, incredible. Yeah, it's been a
Fucking
very,
Dead
very good year.
Space.
Is it next week?
Like,
oh no,
I
you're
rushed
right. No, you're right. 2 weeks. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 weeks.
You guys are spoiled. So it makes me wonder why you even.
Bro, I am not
You
asking for
guys,
this
Ricky,
many
you are
games.
also
I was complaining that I had to rush through Tears of the Kingdom.
I have no problem. Wait, what are you saying, Costa? Before I start yelling at Tito?
No, I'm like, I'm not necessarily asking for all of these games. There's such an influx of games that are coming out now. Like, I rushed through Xenoblade Future Redeemed because I wanted to beat it before Tears of the Kingdom dropped.
Sure.
You don't have to
And
rush
now a
through
lot of
any of
people are
this.
doing that with
Take
Tears
your
of the
time.
Kingdom before Final Fantasy 16.
I
It's
tried
like
to finish Tears of the Kingdom for Diablo 4. And it's like I just got to come back to this game. There's
Diablo
too
4
much I
too,
want to do.
exactly, right.
Who is chasing you guys that you have to finish these games and not
For
just
me,
sit?
if I
I
don't,
mean,
if
one
I
would
do
not be
not
spoiled,
finish
I
a
think.
game and another game
wouldn't get
comes
it.
out,
You wouldn't
Yeah, I
get
might
it.
not come back.
you know what? Facts. I don't got to explain myself to
You wouldn't
You
get
know
it.
what?
Like, Ricky,
And they want to play with the new toy when it drops, man.
I'm only just asking.
No, it's a fair question. But
he knows the answer.
The answer is obviously fucking Zelda's dropping. Whatever game I'm playing is getting dropped because I want to play Zelda. It's really that simple.
Exactly.
How am I not going to play Zelda on release and then
That's
go
what
on
I'm saying.
Twitter?
He just
and
wants to
spoil
play
it,
Zelda
you know?
when Zelda comes out.
Okay.
By the way, how
That's all I
far
have
is
to
everyone in
understand.
Zelda? Curiously. Everybody's Zelda.
I think I have like 3 main quests left.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
I'm
done
3
3 dungeons,
Okay,
and I
you're like me
finished
then.
the Dragon Tears.
Okay, me too. That's literally exactly where I am. That's exactly where I am, Mike. 3 dungeons.
The ending to that
Dragon
game
Tears,
is
100
absolutely
crimes.
insane.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a great way. You guys will
I
fucking
can't wait.
be in awe once you get to the end.
I can't wait.
Roger, I saw the stream where you like finished the Dragon Tier quest.
Well, that
Dude,
made me lose
what?
We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful.
Yeah, we haven't said
of course,
anything.
of
No,
course,
we
of course.
haven't said anything.
I would not even
will
wish
say,
to spoil that.
No, without getting into spoilers at all. I promise I would not spoil this. The one thing I will say is I am happy that I experienced the tiers in the order that I experienced them. Because, man, like, had I seen that last one first, I would have been like, what the heck is going on? Because I saw something shocking happen in like one of the first ones that I saw too, but because I didn't have any established relationship with that character, it kind of like didn't mean anything to me at that point.
Was it the
then
dagger?
Right. And then when you get to the final tier that I saw, I was like, what in God's green earth is this? So the way it wraps up and what you get for the end of that quest is just phenomenal. Like, I think one of the best things in any Zelda game in the last like 2 decades, man. It's really, really incredible.
The memories this time around were just so much more rewarding, just because like you don't know what could possibly happen.
Yeah,
Even also like very, very minor spoiler, but like I like how they make the twist on the Master Sword this time too, where you know in the first Breath of the Wild you have to build up your hearts to get the Master Sword, right? And that this time around when you pull the Master Sword, it's based on your stamina, not on your hearts. So
I
if
like
you go
that
in
too.
and you're Building up
That's
your hearts,
great
you're
too.
like, what the hell?
Because like a lot of people like doing low heart runs, so it's great that they
Right.
can do that and get the Master Sword.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great. I think by the next show, I will have probably beaten it.
There is a lot of content aside from the main story to do in that. That's
Yes.
like,
Oh yeah, it's definitely-
that can
that's
keep you
what's
playing
hard
for
about it for
months,
me.
man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I will keep playing for months, but I mean, like in terms of streaming and like getting through the story regularly, I think by the next one I'll be done with like the main thing, so I don't have to worry about ending spoilers anymore.
Yeah.
Really good. Anyway, hold on. We still have more stuff to go over with Xbox, though. Like I said, it's a packed show today. Nicolas Cage is in Dead by Daylight. They brought Nicolas Cage on stage.
How'd they get his ass in there, man?
Apparently, that leaked, though, which is kind of wild. It leaked about a couple weeks beforehand that Nicolas Cage is going to be in Dead by Daylight, and I guess it was already known on Twitter when that happened. And then, two really massive announcements. I'm going to start with the one that I know McDarrett's been waiting to talk about, and I know Fadel is still
Oh my
at
God.
Disney. I know he said he was going to hop on, but like, no, I'm going to leave it to McDarrett. Sonic Superstars.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
2D
You
classic Sonic game.
you should send Fidel a message.
No. Too late.
You should
Well, I
send
can
him a
call
message.
why
You know what I'll say?
Why do you
I'll
want this to
call
be
him
20
right now.
minutes?
I'll call him right now while you're talking about it.
Why
Go
do you
ahead.
want this to be 20 minutes? Just go quick before he
Because
shows
if
up. Go.
people
Yeah,
want
exactly.
an actual full
I wanna
representation of
hear-
this
I wanna
thing,
hear what he
it
has to
Okay,
won't
they'll
come-
go
it
to
won't
his
come
Twitter
me.
to find
Yeah,
that full
they'll just go to his
representation.
Twitter.
I
Just
want to
go.
hear what
Hurry
I want to
up.
hear what Fidel has to say, bro.
He also played the game,
What are you
which
doing?
adds a lot.
What are you
He
doing?
did play
I'm
it.
serious.
What are you doing right now?
I'm serious. I'm curious. Since I thought McDarrett would say a little bit, but he didn't even say nothing yet. So.
I mean, I could say something, but it's not gonna be what people want to hear.
Just say you don't
say
fuck with it,
something. It's
man.
I don't know
Go ahead,
anything
talk
about it.
about
I
it.
saw it, but I don't know anything about it.
I personally wish
your own.
it wasn't classic era. Because to me, when I see them sitting there and going, we're going to make another 2D Sonic game and do classic again, especially after they just did Sonic Origins, Origins Plus is coming out, it's like, I personally don't really care about classic Sonic. Like, if they did a 2D Sonic and it's
the same
advanced...
game, right? It's just like
yes,
the same game.
Origins
with
is the
Amy,
same
right?
game, but the thing is, it's going to be the same engine. They're trying to go as close as they can to classic, but they're adding in the Chaos Emerald powers. So it's going to be slightly different, but it's classic. I watch gameplay of this game, I see Sonic jump, and it's the classic. It's literally just classic Sonic, and it's like, okay, I'm not that interested. I will play it because it's
but-
Sonic, but like, to me, seeing classic era Sonic games is not that interesting because those games have existed for 3 decades. I'd rather they
You
do
just
something
got
like
Frontiers,
advanced.
though.
Okay, I'm not saying you have to understand. This is a very much me point. I'm fine with them doing this if they want to do it. I just wish if they're doing 2D Sonic, they would do Advanced or Rush, because I feel like those games actually push for something new rather than doing let's just make another Genesis era Sonic. But all people are happy for it, and know it's
the
good
thing-
for them.
The thing with
Yeah,
this
out of
that
like
really
all the
grabs me-
shows,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say out of every single Summer Games Fest show, like the Xbox and even like Devolver and stuff, this is probably the thing I'm most excited about.
I'm also kind of right there with you. There's only one game that's on top of this for me, which we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
But of the stuff that got announced and shown off, this is also something I'm super excited about. I think the idea of doing like a new Super Mario Brothers-esque Sonic game
Yes.
is actually really smart. Because that style of like playing the local co-op with your friends, I mean, Ricky, you know this, you remember this from college, like me, Chase, White Chase, and
Chase.
what was it? Ryan. And Ryan. The four of us,
Yeah,
we would
yeah,
literally we would be
right.
playing New Super Mario Brothers in between PlayStations of GoldenEye. I mean, like that was a
People were
super
addicted.
fun game. Yeah.
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 So
The
I feel like
co-op
doing
and
a Sonic game like that is going to be really cool.
yeah, the co-op and the Chaos Emerald powers are definitely doing a lot for me with this game. Like it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I do know from Fidel's experience with it, even though he's not here, he did say that it's really cool based on what he played.
Like
Yeah,
I
me
said, I hope
so.
it does a lot of interesting things and it's more interesting to me. But like as a base, just doing classic era Sonic is it just takes my excitement and lowers
They
it.
keep doing it over
Does,
and over again.
does it help at
Yes.
all knowing that they're all going to be new levels? That it's not just like
Yeah, it's nice that
Green
it's
Hill
not
Zone?
like replacing stuff. It's nice that stuff is going to be new, but it's just like the way the game is going to play and feel.
Yeah.
I've played it, right?
The game looks gorgeous. So you're saying
It does,
yeah.
if it kept the aesthetic and then had like Sonic Advanced physics or like that kind of gameplay?
Yeah,
then
I'm
you'd be
actually
all for it.
curious. I know like Rush has like boosts and stuff. What is Advanced? How does that differ from Genesis?
The pace is way faster. Pace is
Look,
faster.
it's
The
faster.
physics of what the characters can do is
Okay.
faster. Characters have like extra moves in the air they can do.
All right.
It does.
And then
look
if you're
a
talking
little-
advanced 3, you actually put 2 characters together, and then based on the combo you put together, you can go to different routes and stuff. Like,
That's cool.
Superstar looks a little slow.
yeah, because it's
But maybe
classic
it's
era.
just-
Like classic
it's
era
very
Sonic games, they
really
just
sharp.
aren't fast. They're slower.
That's good too because it's co-op. So for like 4
Yeah,
people,
with
you gotta slow
co-op,
it
yeah,
down a little
it'd be
bit.
really hard going too fast with 4 people.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm hoping. Like I'm a little more interested because it's Otani's studio that I don't remember what that studio is made besides this, but Otani's back.
Alan Wonderworld, baby. They're bringing it back.
So it's Otani's
They gotta
studio.
redeem themselves.
He even designed a new character, Trip.
They already redeemed themselves.
So there's a new Sonic character in it. Ian Flynn has hinted that he has some work in it. So like, there's stuff for me as someone who likes the story of the Sonic games. There's cool stuff there, but like,
But also, like,
gameplay-wise,
Fang, the sniper you see at the end of the trailer, right? Who will probably be the 5th character, because if you've seen the intro screen from
no,
Summer
it's
Games Fest,
definitely so. Yeah, it's Oshima. Sorry, and it's definitely not going to be Fang. Fang's almost always evil. It would if I think
well, I know,
literally,
but what do you think-
if a 5th character is playable, it's Trip. Whatever Trip turns out to be, it would be Trip over Fang.
Is Trip the robot lizard looking guy?
Yeah.
I'd prefer that.
Fang would be fun though.
I think they just want to keep Fang being an evil character who just like, well, I just want wealth, kind of
They're
thing.
never gonna do it, but I want them to do the thing where they take a modern character and make a classic version of them,
Like
You
Shadow.
know, let me
like
ask you
classic Shadow or something.
Huh?
Yeah.
something. On the call still? Who's
Yeah.
a character that you think will always be evil as well, who we're going to see a new take on in a game early next year that was also announced during the Summer Games Fest?
I could not tell you.
You couldn't tell me? The one game we haven't talked about from Summer Games Fest?
What was
the
announced there?
Always
All these shits blended together. Let me think about this. You talking about Bugenhagen? No, I'm just playing.
I know what he's doing. I know where he's
No,
going.
no,
I know, Roger.
No. You talking about Kenny Omega, the one-winged angel. I see you. Go ahead. Go crazy.
Absolutely. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was the closer for Summer Games Fest. And let me tell you, I can safely say Game of the Year 2024 already. Right here. No doubt about it. Wrap it up. It's done. This is Game of the Year 2024. I cannot wait. Visually, it looks significantly better than the remake, which I didn't think at first. I thought it looked the same, and then I saw them side by side, and I'm like, nope, looks significantly better. The open world looks incredible. The weird voice lines that are in there, what it could mean for the story.
Oh, okay. I need to stop
That
you right there.
ending bit, that ending bit when Sephiroth is slashing at Tifa and says, "Why is she here? You know I killed her, bro."
Do we know for a fact that it's actually open world, or is it just wider corridors?
It seems open world
It
from a
seems
screenshot.
overworld.
It looks
Yeah,
open
like there's
world.
one screenshot with one of the thing being like 11,000
11,000
meters.
miles.
The answer
yeah.
is no.
Even the things where like they show the Mako lines like going through the canyons and stuff, and they build things out with the world. It looks so sick.
So
It looks
it's just zone. It's not actually open world zone.
I mean, we don't know one way or another. They haven't said
I mean, it
directly,
looks
but
more open.
if it's
than-
going to be very much like original Final Fantasy VII, it should have a very open map, basically.
You know, the one thing I gotta say is, why is that shit gotta be on 2 discs? We're in 2023.
Like,
Because it's one
I just want to say,
terabyte.
I was wondering about this. What is the size of the Blu-ray disc?
I think it's like 150 gigabytes or something like that.
Yeah. Which means that this is probably minimum 200 gigabyte game. And it also makes me
That's
question,
insane.
where the hell is this going to end? Like, is this going to end at Northern Cavern? Is it going to end with Aerith? How are they going to end this game? What is going to be the plot point? Because clearly they're changing things. If he says, I killed her, who is she?
Well, do you want me to talk about that a little bit?
Yes,
It's kind of a
yes.
spoiler for the okay. This is a spoiler for the original Final Fantasy VII,
Final
okay?
Fantasy VII, of course.
But that part is part of the flashback. So
Right.
Cloud is like he's there in Nibelheim, but he's there as like he's not a soldier. He's just
Right.
like a person in Shinra working for them. So he sees Sephiroth slash Tifa. He gets upset he runs and grabs the sword because he thinks he killed her, and then he stabs Sephiroth with it, and Sephiroth falls. But Cloud just doesn't realize that Tifa's alive. So I think him saying that is him just taunting Cloud. Because Cloud thinks he just killed her.
Oh man, the first scene in this trailer, you see Red and Tifa and Barrett laid out in the aftermath of like the Whisper Tornado thing from Final Fantasy Remake Part 1, right?
Yeah.
So
and
that's
people think
that's Zack's world. That has to be.
Yeah, people think that one is a different world where why am I forgetting his name?
Zack,
yeah. Yes. They think that's where Zack is like that's the aftermath there without Cloud there. But I think Sephiroth slashing Tifa specifically is just him fucking around with Cloud.
I don't know. That whole shot was just amazing. I think like what they're going to do. The story is so cool. The music was already fantastic. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I need this game already. I actually don't need this game right now because I'm kind of in coast position where there's a lot of stuff I want to play.
That's what I'm saying. There's too much shit, man.
2024 is perfect for this. I'm happy that it's not coming this year because it lets me play Spider-Man. It lets me play Liza P. It lets me play all this other stuff. But seriously, Rebirth looks amazing. I'm so happy the rumors were true, like Jeff Keighley said. And yeah, it's just, I'm thrilled with everything that they've shown for this. I can't wait.
I think one of the nice things with the FF7 remake being a trilogy is I am just forgetting people's names. But like after Kingdom Hearts and the wildness it is trying to keep with Kingdom Hearts, it's nice having a very wild story that you can guess about that's in 3 games. There's not like a mobile game. It's a Japanese-only phone game.
Though you did bring up a mobile game, they did also talk about Ever Crisis, which is the compilation of all of the original Final Fantasy VII games remade for mobile. Doesn't look like the same thing they promised 2 years ago. It doesn't look like it's a top-down little RPG. It looks like it's
I know when they showed us this, they showed us like that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Because I'd never seen those menus before, so I was like, oh, this looks different than what we saw.
Yeah, they showed it was like it's like top-down when you're in like the overworld, but fighting it looks like almost like a remake, but super dumbed down. You can get costumes and stuff.
Got it. But I think that wraps up all the Summer Games Fest talk. We got through everything amazingly. Is there anything else that we missed?
Should we hit Devolver real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh yes, you do that, and then I'm gonna pull up the Wholesome Games thing because there's 2 games I want to bring up from Wholesome Games. Go ahead, Mike, take it away.
All right. Did anyone else watch the Devolver thing?
No.
Is that the Volvy thing?
Yeah, the Volvy.
Then I fucking love Volvy, man.
The Volvy thing was so
Dude,
funny.
I'm so happy you made me watch
Volvy?
that because that was so funny.
So have you ever watched a Devolver E3 thing, Ricky?
I don't believe so.
You would love them. I guarantee you would love them.
They're just like they're all like little skits interspersed with game trailers.
Okay.
And this year's theme was for their made-up mascot called Volvy, and they did a whole skit where like he was actually a big icon throughout the years, and they brought him back this year as like a robot that AI generated all the games that you see in the conference.
Okay.
And it was
I'm looking at. He's like
You're
he's like a rodent.
He's like a rat with one big hand. He's got a big hand for gaming.
And he's a mascot for the whole whatchamacallit.
He's like the Mario. He's like it's a parody of Mario basically.
Yeah, he's like a
That's
parody of
so
Sonic
stupid.
Mario. Yeah, it was a fun show. I don't want to like spoil it too much if you haven't seen it because it is a fun thing to watch through, even if you don't care about the games that they're showing.
I will say one of the games they showed.
Yeah.
I just want to bring this up for Ricky specifically. There's a game that they announced called Baby Steps.
Okay, this is
Dude, yes.
A guy you play as a guy who's like 36 and lives in his parents' basement, and he gets transported into this world where like he can't quite walk right and use his legs, and he's taking like baby steps. Obviously, there's like going to be a thing of finally being able to fly on his own and like taking baby steps to actually move out of the house. But during the trailer, There's a bit where he's laying on the couch, covered in pizza grease and like in his pajamas, and sitting next to a bong, and he's watching something on the TV, and he gets teleported to this other world, and on the TV it says, "Are you still watching One Piece?" Just think. So funny.
What an effort. What an effort, Jay.
Because I didn't watch the Devolver thing. I was cold last week and I didn't have the energy to do it. But everybody was sending me that baby steps trailer. They're like, you need to watch this.
I'm gonna look it up.
There's Bob who lives in his parents.
Absolutely
He's 36, just binging it on Netflix every day. I loved it. But it looks genuinely funny. That game looks kind of fun.
Baby Steps is probably like after Sonic is the game I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah.
It's like
really
Death
fun.
Stranding meets Getting Over It.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very
Oh
cool.
man,
Yeah.
some big news just dropped.
Oh,
Okay.
Redfall's 1.1 patch just dropped, and it didn't fix many of the issues that people are complaining about.
So it's still broken.
all right. So yeah, business
It's
as
still
usual.
ass.
That's big news. Redfall still sucks.
Yeah, they showed off. They finally showed off more Wizard with a gun. It got a demo. It's all right.
Shadow
Pretty
Wizard
good.
Money Gang.
What else did they show? Human Fall Flat 2, which, I mean, I don't know anything about the first one, so.
It was pretty popular, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one of the highest grossing video games of all time.
What?
Yeah. At least like in terms of like single purchase video games, not counting like gacha.
I got you. You mean like in terms of like a best-selling kind of game?
Yeah.
Okay. I was very confused for a second.
Yeah,
What?
it doesn't quite be Fire Emblem Heroes, I don't think.
Okay.
I think it has a very high like concurrent player base on Steam right now. Like the first one.
Interesting.
What else was there?
Speaking
there was
of something with
that.
oh, never mind. Go ahead. Oh, we're done. Go ahead.
No, whatever you're gonna say is more interesting than Talos Principle 2.
Okay. Well, speaking of things with a high fire, because I'm about to dip, so I actually did want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I said
Oh.
go ahead. Yeah. Talk
Something
about it.
that also has a lot of fire base is Diablo. Diablo 4.
Oh yeah, we totally didn't even talk about Diablo.
Didn't even touch on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let McDermott play, but I actually also have been playing the game, which is very weird. And I've never played a Diablo game, never played Diablo, so I'm kind of like ignoring a lot of the lore, to be honest, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I kind of just like the aesthetic. I'll tell you what, I don't know anything about if it's a good game or a bad game compared to whatever. I'm sure McDareth will tell you, but it's a very cozy game. Because I could just sit here and play my Necromancer and then hit things and I'm watching a movie on the left side on the other screen. It's a very cozy game, and I like that. I don't know if my shit is optimized. I don't know if I'm good. I don't really give a fuck either way. But between crafting FF14 and just leveling up my character, I'm level, I'll tell you right now, I'm actually playing. I'm level 37. Very comfy. So, there you go.
I was asking people if it was worth playing if I'm like not. I didn't really get too much into Diablo 3, but I played Diablo 2 a lot, and I don't know if because I know they're like slightly different from each other, and I was like curious as to like if you were to pick what Diablo 4 is closer to.
It's basically between both.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
noticed it's a lot slower. It's a lot slower.
Yeah, they because Diablo 3 big thing was like super colorful. It's fast. You have like literally your numbers go up to the billions. You're just blowing up things on the screen. D4 takes it a little bit slower because like Path of Exile is really successful, so they took a little bit from Path of Exile. Then Lost Ark came out, so took a little bit from Lost Ark, what Blizzard always does. But it feels more like they're definitely more closer to 2 than 3 in terms of a lot of things. Like the skill trees actually are back, and they matter a little more how you pick it. It has a Paragon board where you hit level 50, and then that's a whole ball game of like, if you want to spend a lot of time figuring this out, here's something you can really sink your teeth into to try and math out how to like optimize your character, or you look at a guide. You know, most people do. But yeah. So if you liked Diablo 2 and didn't really care for 3, you might like 4. So yeah, it definitely feels more like 2 than 3 at least. But yeah, this game it made 666 million in the first 5 days.
Jeez.
It is Blizzard's fastest selling game of all time.
Wow. This is the year of fastest selling in a franchise games.
Yeah.
This is a year of games,
Diablo,
man.
Resident Evil, man, it's like crazy.
But for how I feel about the game, well, I fucking love it. Like as a Blizzard fan, I was so worried because Blizzard as a company has just been shit. It has been fucking shit, and it makes me so sad because I'm like, I literally bought the fucking Frostborn. That was $1,800. Bought it. It sits on my wall now because I've always wanted it. Because I'm a giant fan of this company, the games they make. But the games have been shit. Overwatch 2, we didn't even talk about this. PvE mode got canceled. So that sucks for the Overwatch players.
That's why we didn't
I
talk
thought
about
we
it.
did. I thought we did last episode. We brought that up. Yeah.
That happened in between episodes.
Oh, because I loved Overwatch. Obviously, I played the original game like crazy. Second game, I even played a lot of Overwatch 2, but then I just kind of fell off of it because of the Battle Pass, and so yeah.
Yeah. So that game's in the toilet. WoW actually is really good right now. It's the best WoW has been in years, but my guild died, so if I'm not raiding a WoW, what am I
And
doing? So
everybody's
don't play
playing
that.
Final Fantasy 14. Yes, sir.
That's right. Free up till when, Tito?
You could play up to level 60. Actually, you know what's crazy is that I've been saying that as a bit along with everybody else so often.
Have you been getting it wrong?
Two of my friends have actually played the trial and are now subscribed, and they're in my MC. They're like, bro, all right, bro, damn, I'll play the shit. And they're like, wait, hold on, this game kind of fire. And I'm like, yes, sir. Oh gosh, but before we get back to McDeath, because I'm gonna forget that I have to leave soon. But Roger, you said 2024 Game of the Year is what?
Oh, without a doubt, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
You see,
no
the thing
question.
is, I would say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But Square Enix is about to eat. Because you know what next year is also probably, because even though they haven't announced it, you know what's probably also?
Final Fantasy IX remake, Final Fantasy Tactics remake.
Nope,
Kingdom
you're close,
Hearts 4.
The 14
7.0?
expansion.
It's the new 14 expansion.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
That's going to get announced during the
Yeah,
Fest,
sure.
probably.
Yes, it will. It's about that
Yeah.
time. It's about that time.
That's right.
Also, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 does exist. Jesus
Yeah,
I know.
Christ.
it's another
Yo,
thing coming.
Square
Yeah.
might just run next year, bro.
Nomura's wild ride continues.
Ew.
Square and Capcom are obviously on a roll. It's really, if you look at Square's output, there's been a lot of really good stuff. Like all the 2D HD stuff has been fire. Octopath Traveler 2 was very good. Came out earlier this year. People are forgetting about it because obviously this has been a stacked year, but that came out in February and was excellent. Triangle Strategy the year before. That was my game of the year last year. I loved it. So yeah, Square's on a roll.
But I do have to depart, gentlemen. But before I
When
go,
is you having another one of them things?
What is this man talking about?
First of all, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna plug it on the stream last week, but we didn't have a show, so I'll plug it here. Run the Set bi-weekly tournament on my channel. You feel me? I'll be giving away some merch for some WDFA merch or some Japan Time merch. Next time it takes place every other Friday, 7 p.m. on my channel. You feel me? Twitch.tv/TitoKMF. Also, plugging this because, we're getting a little bit of traction here. If anybody in the chat or is listening on Spotify, again, we appreciate you guys listening on Spotify or in where we find all of our podcasts. Thank you so much. If you enjoy live play of Dungeons & Dragons and RPGs, the RPG show is my other YouTube where I do a live play with a couple friends. Some of them you might know. Tanooks is there. So shouts to Tanooks as well as others. Shouts to Katie, everybody else. That has episodes every Tuesday at 12 p.m. EST on my YouTube. Just search The RPG Show on YouTube and it'll be there.
How many, because I got to know, how many subscribers away from 1,000 are you? Like how close
Which
are you
account?
on YouTube? On your main account.
I have no idea. I haven't uploaded in 6 months.
We need everybody from Japan Time to go follow Tito and subscribe to Tito's YouTube channel. All right,
I have
we got to get this man to
731.
4 digits You gotta get to
which
1,000.
channel does he want the subscriptions at?
Main,
though? Does
you
he
want him on the
main
main?
or
What do you mean,
The
which
that's
one,
already
bro?
bigger.
Subscribe to both.
RPG one.
Subscribe to
But-
both, but like you gotta subscribe to his main one.
Oh, yeah. Both. That makes sense.
I will
Yeah,
be
but
I will
both-
be
obviously
uploading
both is good.
VODs of the tournament up there, as well as other ancillary content that things go up there. The last thing I uploaded, just to give you some context, was top 10 games of 2022.
Don't ever speak again. Are you entering your own tournament? That's the one question I actually have. Are
No.
you entering the run the set?
No.
Show
And
for are
then
you
while
entering?
you are at it,
No, I didn't enter last
while
time.
you are at it, and you're subscribing
Okay.
to Tito's channels, also subscribe to Mike's Rocket
True.
Station, YouTube
Come
Rocket
on, let's
Station.
go.
Look it up. He's at 170 subscribers. We want that to be 1.7K tomorrow. So do it. Hit the subscribe button. Go follow
play
Mike.
or
What are you
else.
doing?
Or else. Yeah.
Or definitely or else. Absolutely. What are we gonna do to him,
Mhm.
Ricky?
No, what are you gonna do? I have no
What
dog in this.
are you
I would never
specifically,
I would
Ricky
never do anything.
D cocaine? What are you going to do? to them?
What?
D cocaine, bro.
Now he's got the will
What
of
is
D.
Yeah. I'm not.
What are you gonna do, Ricky? I gotta know.
I'm okay. I'm chilling. I'm
Man,
not
that
gonna
shit
do
going
it.
on
What are you
hiatus
gonna
for 4
make?
weeks. Damn.
So we will actually, and I'm glad you bring that up too. McDareth has now been scheduling the posts the night before to keep us honest and keep us on top. So we will have a
There you
show
go.
2 weeks from today. Stop. All right. 2 weeks from today, on June 26th, we will have another episode of the show. We'll probably be talking about Final Fantasy 16 and finishing Tears of the Kingdom. And maybe there'll be some other stuff to talk about by then too. Who knows? We'll see. But please go follow us on YouTube, Japan Time Podcast. Go subscribe on Spotify, Japan Time Podcast. And until next time,
Wait, what? Real fast.
yes.
Are we wrapping up? I wasn't done. I was like, we got segues. Okay.
Oh, no. I mean, we can go ahead. You want to take a
so
second?
one thing-
Whatever you're-
What were you gonna say, Mike?
Roger, didn't you want to bring up stuff from the Wholesome Direct?
Oh yes, hold on, real quick. Yes, there's a game called I Am a Caterpillar where you play as a caterpillar.
That's
that
the
looked
one I was
awesome.
thinking of.
That's a great game. There's one called Cameo, which is like a frog refuge Harvest Moon thing. Looks fire. I want to play it. That was from the Wholesome Games thing. I was gonna make a segue when Tito was talking about how Diablo was comfy, and I just didn't get a chance to do it. There's a whole bunch of frog games. Honestly, there's Frog Song. There's Usagi Shima, which is like a bunny farm thing that looks great. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff. Go watch the Wholesome Games Direct. It's nice and cozy. Anyway, please go ahead, McDareth. Take it away.
So the thing that, like, I am really liking Diablo, like a shit ton. But my only problem with it is the game is not very well optimized. So when I'm playing on my computer, like it didn't happen before, but after the patch like a week ago, every 30 minutes or so I get memory leaks and I have to close out the entire game and open it back up.
Shut us
But you
Activision.
lose stuff doing that. So that
Wait,
sucks.
I have to do this while Ricky's still here. Oh my God! Did you see the name of the guy in the chat right now, Ricky? Guys, Jared Rodriguez. Jared
lying.
Rodriguez. I swear, Jared
That's
Rodriguez.
that's just you.
Will
That's
there
just
be?
you.
I promise it is not me. I promise. My hands are up. He asks, will there be a Tears of the Kingdom spoiler talk? The plan is to do that once everybody has actually beaten the game. So once everyone has beaten the game, we will be doing a spoiler talk. It is, if you don't know why we are laughing at your name, Jared Rodriguez, it is because there's a horrible, horrible movie. Let us explain. There's a horrible movie starring Jason Bateman that Ricky and I saw in college with my old roommate Chase. It's called Bad Words.
White
It is-
Chase?
No,
It
Black
was
Chase.
Black
One of the-
Chase. It was Black Chase.
The better Chase. See, Black Chase was always better than White Chase, so we call him Chase and White Chase and White Chase. But anyway,
He's the first Chase and the White Chase.
exactly, he's the first Chase. So anyway, but we went to go see this movie. It's called Bad Words. It stars Jason Bateman. It is one of the biggest pieces of dog shit I've ever seen in a movie theater. It was absolutely terrible. All of us were like, this is miserable. Why we have to walk out of this movie. Wasn't it like an 11 p.m. showing too? It was late. It was
Yeah,
late
it was
on a
late as
school
shit.
night. We went to go see this movie because one of our other friends that was down the hall was like, you guys need to do more bonding exercises. And so we went to go see this
What
dumb
does
11
that
o'clock
even mean?
movie. It doesn't even it doesn't matter. It's fine. But
Yeah.
Jared, the movie is dedicated to you because the end of the movie says dedicated to Jared Rodriguez. And we walk out of the movie theater and Jared goes, may that poor soul of Jared Rodriguez rest in peace over this godforsaken movie.
Poor Jerry Rodriguez. Making that stupid movie dedicated to him. It's dying.
This piece of shit dedicated to him.
Oh
And
God,
you know what?
bro.
It's available. You can watch it right now on Netflix. I think it is free to watch on Netflix. We should really do Japan Time Watches bad words because this movie really is terrible. And we could just make fun of it
that's
all the time.
content.
That might be like,
That's free
in fact,
content.
you know what? In fact, that's going to be our next member goal on YouTube. So if you want to throw money at the show, go become a member of the YouTube channel where you get jack shit except for our walkthrough of bad words. That's what you're going to get. So go become a member of the YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody.
Oh, Roger. Oh, my gosh. You know I'm on probation. I can't be making blanket threats at people, bro. This nigga's crazy. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even bring that up on the show. I actually got recognized in person for the first time. It was amazing.
What?
Where at?
Yeah, he just messaged me in chat. So I went to North Jersey with friends to like a Japanese market that's up there, and we went to a boba cafe. We're all ordering our stuff. I'm like sitting around waiting. He walks up to me. He walks up to us and says, "Are you a YouTuber?" And I'm thinking, okay, he thinks I'm someone else to say yeah. And he's like, "Are you McDarren?" Like by name, and I was like, "Oh yes." So
That's awesome.
And I was surprised.
No way, Fidel just showed up.
Never been recognized.
Fidel.
We're done now.
No, really, shut up. No, we're done.
The stream's still on, bro.
At the very, very end. He literally already did the closer.
The worst.
The stream is still on, bro. Hey, tell us about Sonic, man.
And die.
Sonic is next week. Stop doxing yourself at Disney. Stop.
Listen.
Fadel, hang up.
Guys, so Sonic Superstars got announced, but now I have to.
We know. Shut up. We're gonna talk
Wait,
about it
hold
next
on.
episode.
Wait, hold on. We could cut him in. We can cut him in for the VOD.
All right, we cut him in for the VOD. All right,
They
it's fine,
nailed
it's fine.
It's so good. It's like the physics feels good, and no, you can't. No, don't take
I don't know if I should show this on stream or not.
It's fine.
Okay, I mean, you said they were at Disney, though. I wasn't trying to.
Hello.
Hi.
Hold on.
Alright, Fidel, Sonic.
So,
All right, there you go.
can I have my part? I'm not moving away for the exit. But you can't. Okay. Sonic.
The boys, the gals.
Nah, wait, Fidel, before you continue, I just
That
want to
shit was crazy, bro.
I want to let
Yeah,
y'all know,
what's up?
man. I want to let y'all know every single person that you're with, including you, bro. You're all attractive as hell, bro. Y'all cleaned up nice,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Don't let them.
I'm weak.
Wait, where'd he go?
Oh
What
my
happened to Sonic?
god, that was
Bro.
so funny, bro.
Oh my. Oh man.
Yo,
crap.
I gotta respect the stance on command, man.
Holy crap. I'm dead.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I'm glad I'm still alive. All right, Cheddars.
That was fire. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah, he got it.